Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Andrew Wilson and Deja Wilson. The two of you have been together for 3 years, married, however, only 7 months, and you're ready to call it a day. Mr. Wilson, you're here seeking $300 from Mrs. Wilson for a pair of Beats by Dr. Dre, and we'll talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Mr. Wilson, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me about your brief marriage and why we're here in divorce court already?
Well, we're here today, Your Honor, because I want out. Like, I want out of this marriage. And I've tried to give her my all. I tried to be the best husband that I can be. I haven't cheated on her. You know, I've done everything I can. And I have 2 kids, and they're from a previous relationship, and they're my main priority. And over the 7 months we've been married, she's gained over 90 pounds. And even still with that, you know, I'm your husband, I'm here for you, I'm supportive. You want to eat healthy, we can do it. The very next day, she's at Burger King. And she slid me the coupon, you know, the very next day. So
Well, she may be gaining weight, but she's saving money. She's trying something.
Honestly.
She's trying to help you out.
Yes, ma'am,
I understand. I know. I get it.
But like one time, since you brought up the money, one time, we're hungry, we're down to the last $20. Bills came around. So I give her the $20 and I'm like, you know, just get something, get us a meal, something you could prepare a meal to stretch it out. And my wife goes and she gets a pizza. And this isn't just a pizza, this is like pepperoni, sausage, ham,
all the top
bacon. Everything back there was on the pizza.
Right.
You know? And that made me upset because, like, this was our last.
You gotten some bologna and spaghetti, things that would have lasted you a few days.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly.
Let me talk to Mrs. Wilson for a moment. Hello, Mrs. Wilson. How are you?
Hi, Your Honor. I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. Why don't you? He's talked about your weight gain. Is he accurate about that? That you've gained about 90 pounds in the last 7 months?
Not very. He's a bit dramatic. He can be dramatic.
Okay.
But I've only gained about 50 to 60 pounds, maybe. But I've always had a problem with my weight. I've always been a big girl since I was young. I've never been small in stature. I've never been that way.
Been skinny, thin, or anything?
I've never been. It was a point in time where I was just stressed out and I lost the...
Take your time. Take your time.
Thank you. I lost like 80 to 90 pounds in like 3 months.
What happened to precipitate that?
I was like in 8th grade going to 9th grade, and I was staying with a family member at that point in time, and I just got to a point where I was just so stressed out, and I didn't even realize it. I don't eat a whole bunch. When I do, I'm a diabetic, so when I do eat...
Type 1 or type 2?
I'm type 1. I've been a diabetic since I was 7, 8 years old, so it's always been difficult. So I have to keep snacks. I have to eat. And there's times where I just don't eat at all the entire day. And then the times where I do eat, I make sure people see it so it looks like a large quantity. Because if I don't, it gets really dramatic about how much I do eat and when I eat. But I was going into 8th grade, going into 9th grade, and I was just so stressed out that when I went into 9th grade, people didn't even know who I was.
Because you lost a whole lot of... Was that because you just discovered you had type 1 diabetes, or was it...
I had been having diabetes since I was, like, in elementary school.
But they knew? Were you being treated? Did they know you had type 1 back then? Because sometimes they don't know right away.
Yes, they knew.
They knew?
That I was diagnosed when I was 8, 9, going into...
Are you insulin dependent?
I am. I take 2 different types of insulin, and I have to take it all day long. And I have to watch everything. And so I'm not good at it. I'll admit to that. I'm not good at it. It's hard.
Are you under a doctor's care? A constant care of a doctor?
When I turned 18, Medicaid doesn't pay for it once you get over a certain age. So for a good 2 or 3 years, I didn't have anybody.
That's a whole governmental conversation that could have me on the roof within moments. We will leave it there. But that is the real life example of what happens when we don't take care of that big issue. Just saying. Mr. Wilson, did you know she was a type 1 diabetic?
I know she's a type 1 diabetic. And, you know, it's just like I have a story for you. Can I tell you a story?
Please.
Okay, like, I understand where she come from, her health. Okay, so I go to the store. I buy my favorite box of muffins. They got the candy in it. They $5. So I ask her, would you like, babe, you want a muffin? And she's like, oh, I have one. You know, they come in pouches, so it's like 6 in a box. She ate one out. I leave the room, come back, 3 pouches gone. So, I mean, like, it's only 6 and it's 4 in it. I feel like you care about your health one day and then the next day you don't. And that's an issue for me.
Do you have anything you want to say about that, Mrs. Wilson?
He being dramatic again. Like, I didn't eat,
Yeah.
no, I eat 3. I didn't eat 3. I probably ate 2 other packs out of the box, and it comes with like 4 in the box.
I got another story for you, Yana. Despite weight gain, all of that, this my wife. So I'm gonna still wanna have intercourse with my wife. And when I tell you every time there's an excuse, she told me one night, oh, I ain't in the mood, I stubbed my toe on the way to the room. And then she rolls up and go to sleep for real. This girl, she likes to eat, her thing is she like Chick-fil-A. So she goes to Chick-fil-A, quite often. We go. Shoot, that's my wife, we go. But it got to a point where she got me the job at Chick-fil-A, did the whole application behind my back, got me the job at Chick-fil-A so she can get some free food.
Did you do that?
No.
You didn't do that at all?
I did.
He made that up?
He didn't make it up, but he twisted the story a little bit. The story.
Well, you untwisted.
He worked at another place, and he had achieved a higher status at that place. He had gotten to a manager position, so he was able to, explore the field a little bit. And the lady was like, "Okay, if you want to do an application here, I'll be more than happy to have you because I see your credentials." And so I did the application for him, and it doesn't hurt that you get free food. It's not that I like Chick-fil-A. I live in a small town, and it's only like a certain amount of. I like chicken, so
there's not a lot of choices. Chick-fil-A is there. That's where you go.
Chick-fil-A is there. It's one of the affordable places. I know what I want on the menu. I could go get it. So it doesn't hurt that he get a discount if he worked there.
Okay. What do you say is the main problem? Let's take the weight out of the equation because I think I understand that problem, and I'm going to talk about that later. But what do you say his main flaw in this relationship?
He tends to be a bit dramatic. Like, he'll overdo something. Like, I'll say that, like the story about the muffins. I didn't eat all of the muffins.
So you just think he's dramatic?
I just think he overdoes it a little bit. I think that I know I try. Whatever his problem is, I try to accommodate. So I feel like I'm being the best wife that I know how to be, the best person I know how to be, because I don't want to feel like I failed.
What is he, other than being overly dramatic, what else does he do wrong, if anything?
I don't have a problem with it.
You don't have a problem with it. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to tell you, like, basically the last straw that broke the camel back for me. Okay. Despite weight gain, all of that, this my wife. So I'm gonna still want to have intercourse with my wife. And when I tell you every time there's an excuse, she told me one night, oh, I ain't in the mood, I stubbed my toe on the way to the room. And then she rolls up and go to sleep for real. Another time, Yana, we in there, we doing our thing, we handling
your business.
Yeah, we handling our business, and she get hers, and okay, good night. And I'm just like, I got another story for you, Yana. I got one more for you. We can take it out.
Go ahead.
So, okay, we going to handle our business. She says, all right, we going to do our thing, and she just stiff. she's like a corpse. And, you know, and I'm a gentleman. I don't believe in, like, it's to a point where you're my wife. I shouldn't have to feel like this is rape or something. Like, I'm not, like, it just made me feel like, you know, she doesn't want to have sex with me. So what am I supposed to do?
I knew my gender, I knew everything. And then a couple months later, I got pregnant again, and I had
Another one.
And I just lost my baby in August.
Young.
I never make the party responding to a sexual claim defend themselves if they don't want to. Would you like to speak on that issue, or would you like to jump over it?
I like to speak on it because I want to say I'm not sure how far into our relationship I got pregnant for the first time. And a couple months into it, I say about 3 or 4, I had a miscarriage.
Let her finish.
And I lost my baby, my first one. I knew my gender, I knew everything. And then a couple months later, I got pregnant again, and I had
Another one.
And I just lost my baby in August.
Young, can I say something, Young?
You are so anxious to speak, and your wife is falling apart over there. Doesn't seem to affect you at all.
I do, Your Honor, but
You're just rushing to say why she's wrong.
it's not even about why she's wrong. It's just, it's my defense to that, if you will.
What is your defense to that?
That it was arguably. I have 2 children, Your Honor. And I know the type of changes, and I know every woman isn't the same, but women are different, you know?
Yes, we are.
So this is arguably that she had these, but I don't have the proof that she was just pregnant.
He was there. He was there at the first doctor's appointment.
The first one, Your Honor. That's the first
So you believe that one, but you don't believe
that one,
the
but the second one is kind of...
Mr. Wilson, let me tell you about the danger of universalizing your own experiences. Billions of women have been pregnant, and we all respond in different ways. There are women who do nothing but throw up for months. There are women who don't know they're pregnant until 2 days before they deliver. You don't know how pregnant women act because you've known 2 other pregnant women. You seem to have tagged her for every fault that she has, most of which is not her fault. She's not a type 1 diabetic because she's a bad person or an unkind person or uncaring person. This is a condition that she has and that she knows she has. And it is a difficult condition to deal with if you know about type 1 diabetes. So you're talking about her weight.
Can I say one more thing?
No. And another part of your problem, Mr. Wilson, is you don't listen. You're so busy. You're so busy trying to get your point of view across, you don't hear what anybody else is saying. I think your wife is broken. I think she is lonely. I think she is despondent. I think she does not believe she has any value. I think that she thinks she's about just this big. And I think you contribute to her feelings of being less than. And I don't think you have any. All you do is see that she's heavy and she's eating your muffins. And after that, you don't consider why she's heavy. You don't even believe that she was pregnant because she didn't act like the other women that you got pregnant. You have to get out of your own way. You have to get out of your own head and be empathetic towards other people. Show her the kind of love and understanding that you do for your family member. You haven't even tried, Mr. Wilson. You haven't even tried. Now, what did you want to say?
I just wanted to say, like, you know, I know that's how it comes across, but, you know, of course I know about the diabetes. I'm there helping her take her insulin and doing my duties as a husband. I didn't just wake up yesterday and be like, okay, I'm done with this. Like, it has been a progression. Like, I feel like...
It's 7 months. My husband and I have had arguments that lasted longer than 7 months.
I just really feel like I made a mistake, Your Honor.
Is she too much trouble?
I wasn't ready to get married.
I'm sorry this marriage did not work out. But the fact that he does not have enough concern or care or empathy for other people should not lead you to believe that you do not have value. It speaks to his lack of character, not to your lack of value. And I want to make sure you understand. Being sick the way you are, you know, someone needs to care for you, and I don't think you ever got the care that you were deserving of. I don't think you got the medical care that you were deserving of. I don't think you got the love and the empathy and the sympathy that you are deserving of, and I'm so terribly, terribly sorry about that. And I want you to know that I see your value, even if you don't. I see a beautiful woman standing before me, even if you don't. And I'll tell you know, whatever your issues are, first of all, thick is in. My children will not look at a woman that's under a size 12. I'm just telling you, not interested in under a size 12. I want you to be healthy for you. I want you to start seeing a doctor on the regular for you so you can feel like you need to feel both internally and externally. I wrote a book called Dear Sonali, Letters to the Daughter I Never Had. I had 6 sons and I never had a daughter. And the part about this book that I want you to get is about feeling solid and confident within yourself, being loved and whole with or without a dude, feeling confident and cared for within the context of whatever life you live, having passion, having joy that is associated solely with your intellect, your passion, and your heart. And I'm going to give you this book, so I hope that'll help you out. But this was a mistake you made. Just like the other day when I sent the wrong video to somebody. It was a oops. We gonna fix it today. And we gonna fix your oops today. And don't let it sink into your soul that you're not good enough, because you most certainly are. You're only 21, you just a baby. You got decades left to find joy. And I wish you all the joy that you can find. You 25, you got decades to find a heart and some sympathy, and I hope you do find that as well. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is.
Judge Lynn, you know, she dug into you a little bit. She said she hopes you leave here and find heart and empathy. What's your reaction?
Like I said, man, I do love her, but I want out. I can't. I was too young. I wasn't ready, and I got with her. We shouldn't have got married. I wasn't ready.
What's your mindset now after hearing what Judge Lynn had to say today?
I can move forward, and even though I wanted to fight for it, since I just can't, I can't keep putting energy into somebody that doesn't want to put the same energy into me.
Judge, today's case is cleanup woman.
They've got jobs. They've got a business. They've even got rabbits. But the question is, have they got any sense?
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Leah Hunter and Timothy Johnson. The two of you have been living together for 2 years, but you're not living together right now, as I understand it?
No, ma'am.
You do not have any children together, though you have children from a previous relationship. Ms. Hunter, you are suing Mr. Johnson for $650, which is the half of the deposit you say you lost on an apartment.
Yes, ma'am.
We will talk about that momentarily, but before we do, Ms. Hunter, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here today?
Judge, we're here today because I think Timothy is cheating. Up until probably from the beginning of our relationship up until yesterday when we got here, we were at, well, I wouldn't say he was cheating, but he was definitely flirting. We were at the mall. We took the train to the mall. I go to get something to eat. And as soon as I turn my back, he's standing there with 2 women. I walk up to him with him and the 2 women. They say, "How you doing?" But he don't stop his stride to even acknowledge me. He continues to talk to the women. So after that, I give him the drink that I had previously bought him, and he tells me, I don't like ice in my drink, so I gotta go back and get the ice out of my drink. I'm looking at it like it's an excuse just to go talk to the women that he just was flirting with, maybe to even get their number.
Mr. Johnson, were you flirting with the women at the food court?
No, ma'am, I wasn't flirting with them. They asked me a particular question. You know, they came, asked me like, yo, you know where some stuff at? And I was like, I'm not even from here, you know. And she came in the middle of the conversation, which was cool, you know. But like I say, at the end of the day, they just asked me a simple question.
I was in line for at least 20 minutes.
Okay, so...
And the whole 20 minutes, he didn't get anything to eat in the food court.
Because I told you I was ordering pizza right when we got back.
And...
When have I got a drink?
He wasn't with me. He was talking to the...
Well, let me ask you a question, because that's very light and slight. Let me do this. Does he have a history of cheating? Have you ever caught him?
He does have a history of flirting. And I have caught him talking to his ex on an email. Talking about sex.
Tell me the most egregious thing he's done with respect to other women. Something that's gonna shock my conscience.
The most egregious thing he's probably done with women is have his ex email him in the middle of the night talking about she wants that thing. He didn't tell her that we were even in a relationship. And
when did that happen?
That was a year and a half ago.
Mr. Johnson, do you recall that incident?
Yes, ma'am, I recall it, and I do admit to it. You know, I was writing an email back and forth with my ex, but then after she got on my nerves and I realized this is why I can't deal with you, I nipped it in the butt. She found out about it, you know, and then, you know, she confronted me. We got into a little argument, me, you know, her and the ex, we had a little conversation, and then it was done from there.
Okay. Do you believe she's faithful to you?
For the most part, but we both got the same issue when it comes to that. You know,
you tell me what that is.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I do admit that, you know, at times I had women send me pictures and all this stuff. In the beginning, particularly, that's mainly what she going on. She found pictures in my phone in the beginning when we first talked, you know, found phone numbers and stuff. This went through my phone one day when I was going to go in the Chinese restaurant to get her something to eat. And, you know, she found that, but then, you know, after she did that, then came the incident with my ex. So, you know, I don't mind nobody going through my phone. That's fine. So one night, I just decided, you know, let me find out and see why she always want to go through my phone and all this stuff. And I did indeed find some stuff in her Facebook messages that she's not going to, you know, admit to. And then in the...
What kind of stuff?
I mean, just her back and forth with men and all this stuff, you know, just conversating.
Flirting
with the same thing that I'm being accused for.
Right.
And then, you know, you got your old phone that you had just switched from. You got emails and, you got pictures and text messages from dudes that, you know, we still together at this point in time. But why is they text messaging you and you worried about somebody texting me?
Me, when you got something going on.
You got
something going on social media?
Lynn, while we're talking about pictures, he had naked pictures of women, all types of women. One woman, he had the phone number of that woman, and I called her. She said she didn't know him, but I don't know. And he kept them in a area where we don't keep pictures. So he was trying to hide the pictures, and this is when we were living
Were
together.
they illicit pictures?
They were
seductive?
naked.
They were what?
They were naked.
Naked? Did you have naked pictures of another woman?
I do admit that, but at the same time, like, you know, you can't just throw this all on me because you were sending pictures of dudes that I haven't even received. So, you know, it was tit for tat at that point.
Were you sending naked pictures?
Probably when we were broken up.
And
Lord
Was there a date on them pictures?
That's your excuse every time. Every time we go through something, you always say we're not together.
We
just broke up a couple of months ago.
You said something that just struck me in your paperwork. That one time she texted you, I'm breaking up with you, and then immediately had sex with a friend.
I texted him because I didn't want to cheat on him. I texted him and I let him know that I'm interested. I didn't let him know that I was interested, but I did text him, and in my head I was thinking, I'm interested in someone else from my past, right? But I wasn't sure. So I didn't want to cheat on him, so I did text him and tell him it's over, and then I checked on the other person.
Your Honor. Yeah.
There is no such thing as a break.
Okay.
You can't just say, we're broken up, let me cheat, and then get back together. That's not what that is. That's just cheating. That's cheating with a text message beforehand. That's all that is. That's all that. And if you guys ever want to make a relationship work, you got to stop this break business. That's just silly. Mr. Johnson, what did you have to say?
When it comes to that particular situation, she never texted me or told me about that situation. The reason I know and found out about it because when I went to the house over the weekend, she had the condom stash right there, and then that's when I seen the text messages in the phone and all this stuff about that particular situation. So we never really broke up. You
never told me that he was texting his ex either ahead of time. He never told me, Your Honor, that he was talking to her at all.
He admitted that he was wrong, though. We got that part. But my concern with you was the pretense part. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to correct your mindset. You know, okay, I can text the breakup, then do something, and then go back. And that's not how y'all wonder why you can't have relationships. That's it right there. We can argue about that all day long. Let me ask you this: there was a point in time when somebody in your family offered him or the two of you what you believed was a lucrative cleaning contract, and you lost it because he didn't follow up. Is that accurate?
Yes.
You say he has no motivation and no goals. Why do you say that?
Judge, I think he has no goals because he would not get a second job. He does not have children, so he has time to have a second job. When we were living together...
Why does he need a second job?
Because when we were living together, we applied for a house, and we couldn't get the house because of our income. I felt like I have a business, so I felt like because I have a business and I'm contributing as much as I can, and I also have two children, that he has time to get a second job so that he can build his income in order for us to get a house. But he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to go to school. He doesn't want to...
So you mean to tell me that I ain't go to school? I ain't go to college? I graduated high school, 5.8, 4.8 GPA. I went to 3 years of college. I stopped going to college 3 years into that. 3 years into that because
you haven't been to school.
I was working 2 jobs, and school was...
When did you work 2 jobs?
Every time
Not when you was with me?
Over the last 3 years is when I haven't been working 2 jobs. All up until
Over the last 3 years
always
when he
had
hasn't
double
been
jobs.
working.
Let me ask you this.
Always in school.
We can argue about that all day long. Let me ask you this. There was a point in time when somebody in your family offered him or the two of you what you believed was a lucrative cleaning contract, and you lost it because he didn't follow up. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Judge, when I do have a cleaning company, so because I have a cleaning company, we might get painters that offer me jobs, or I might get his family member offered us a carpet cleaning. So that's extra on top of what we already do. So if I was to get a house with a carpet cleaning contract, then that, a house or a subdivision with a carpet cleaning contract, that would add to our income. His family member told us that we basically had the contract. All he had to do is just go ahead and follow up and sign the paperwork. He never followed up or signed the paperwork. And me, I'm not that close with this family member, so I wasn't going to push the idea. It was up for him to instigate that and get it done.
Mr. Johnson, what do you have to say about that? Is that accurate?
We lost a customer. When she talked, you going into 2 different stories. First of all, we lost a customer on her end because she said she got her own company. I have a full-time job. So when I go help her, I'm helping her after work.
Right.
We did a move-out clean. And, when we do move-outs, it's particular stuff that I do every single time. It's like clockwork. That's how every job I do. It just so happened that I missed the laundry room. She never told me to clean the laundry room. So when it came down to it, when we left, the lady called her, say that, the laundry room wasn't clean, the dish was still dusty, that ain't got nothing to do with me. This is your company, this is your stuff.
It's about he won't do what I asked him to do.
Your Honor, I did that job to the best of what I could. I just got off of work. Like I say, she keeps saying that I don't have 2 jobs. You forgetting, I work full-time at my job, and then on days, I come and help you.
Job.
That look like 2 jobs to me. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't understand how she keeps saying that I don't have this job. I work full-time. I'm a supervisor at my job, to be exact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I got a couple of injuries. I got a couple of car accidents, so I got injuries that prevent me from doing certain stuff. And I let her know, like, yo, listen, my body ain't feeling too good, this, that, and the third, and she just take it as, okay, whatever, you gonna still do this. This is your company.
Do you respect not only his work schedule, but his physical difficulties? And do you respect that?
I respect his physical difficulties, but when he says that he is going to do a job for me, he should just do it. If he says that he won't do the job, then I expect him not to do it. He doesn't tell me that he's in pain before we actually work he just mentions it after I've complained. So I don't know if it's a real excuse or if he's he's just saying that.
She got that bougie voice that I don't like. That like, oh wait, I don't think that I should be able to da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, that's how your rhythm rolls. You should listen to yourself one day.
Okay.
It's annoying. You say he doesn't support your goals. And you talk about something going out to eat or something, and he didn't buy a drink. What's that all about?
Judge, he got some free tickets from the Improv, which is, the comedy
show, right.
And he figured because he got free tickets to the Improv that he didn't have to pay for drinks or food. So we're just sitting at the Improv, and you're sitting next to two other couples are sitting there. And we're sitting there and our table's empty while the other people have food and drink. So I'm like, well, what are we gonna do? So I thought to myself, I had to pay for my own food and drink. And that's what I ended up doing, and I complained.
Did you pay for his?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't feel like I should have to pay for his food and drink.
Why?
Because he invited me.
So?
I just feel like if I was to invite him somewhere, say it was his birthday, like I take him out for his birthday, I pay. But he invited me. For your birthday, I do pay.
But was this for your birthday?
No, Judge, it was not for my birthday.
Let me say this to you, Ms. Hunter. We can't come out here as women talking about we got all of these rights, we're equal, we have the same rights and responsibilities, and then want a 1950s dudes to pay all this, that, the other. They can't do it. Mm-hmm. Either we're equal and everybody goes in and does what they do or they don't. Or you guys cut a deal about who does what and who does the other thing. But it's not, well, he's a dude, he needs to pay. He's a dude, he needs 3 jobs. He's a dude. It don't work that way. Because nobody's in there saying, well, she's a woman, she's got to cook and clean no matter what. Okay. I fuss at people for that.
Okay, I understand.
I think I made your case for you, Mr. Johnson, but go ahead.
And I'm going to get to that. She right, we went there, but at the time I got the free tickets and stuff. We went, but it was a particular, we wanted to see this particular person. I just paid rent, and
things were tight.
Yeah, things were tight. I was like, look, I get paid every week. Mm-hmm. I'm not like you. I don't go to somebody's house and every day I leave, I'm coming home with about 100, 200, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you didn't buy your food. I bought the food. She did buy her drinks and all that stuff, but she made a big scene in front of it. Like, all you had to do was put me to the side, like, look, you know what I'm saying, I'll go ahead and buy mine, but you wanted to make a scene so people know what the situation is. And that's everywhere we go. Just like, she say I don't support her. She go do poetry and all that stuff. We went to a particular event, and at this particular event, they usually let you pay card or cash. I thought they was gonna let us pay credit and all that stuff. I had a couple dollars in my pocket. We get there, it was like, what, $20 to get in, $10 a piece. I had 18. We had just stopped and got something real quick. And then I just like, yo, let me just get $2 real quick, and then I give it back to you. She causes a big scene in front of everybody. Oh, you asking me for money in front of everybody. I'm one of these. Treat me like I'm one of these broke girls.
Yeah, you kind of do talk like that.
It's like,
you kind of do.
It's like, okay.
I was thinking just then, she got that bougie voice that I don't like. That like, oh wait, I don't think that I should be able to da-da-da-da. Oh yeah, that's how your rhythm rolls. You should listen to yourself one day.
Okay.
It's annoying.
She's selfish.
So you want $650 from Mr. Johnson for half of the deposit that you say you lost on an apartment. Explain that to me.
Judge, I want that money because I cleaned the home prior to leaving the home. However, the landlord says that there were still damages, and I feel like he should have helped me take care of whatever damages they were. The landlord is only suing me. He's not even suing Timothy, who lived at the same apartment.
Was he on the lease?
Yes.
He was on the lease?
He signed the lease. So I didn't understand why I had to be sued when I put in all the cleaning work and he didn't put in
He didn't do anything. You lost the whole deposit?
The landlord kept my whole deposit.
And the entire deposit was $1,300?
$1,150.
$1,150. Mr. Johnson, what do you say about that? Did that happen?
Your Honor, right now, we in the middle of that custody, that whole issue with our previous landlord.
Right.
My name was on the lease, but it was technically her, just the primary person. He just had me sign off as the, different spots on there saying that I would be living here. But my name wasn't technically
But you were not,
on the lease.
yeah, I gotcha. You done with her? You done with him?
Yes.
The only thing I'm going to ask you of you, this, Ms. Hunter, as you separate today is this. I mean, you might want to check your program. You might want to check how you come across. You might want to check how self-involved you are. Because this is a good brother right here, and he just got tired of it. You're gorgeous. You have your own business. If you just get your thing together. Do you know what I mean by your thing? How you present to the world. There's this sense, like, of entitlement that you exude that's off-putting. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to go that way. And a lot of people tag that as, I'm just me, and I'm all this, and I'm all that, and I'm all the other thing. But ain't nobody all like that. Nobody. And nobody likes that. What did you want? I was just saying.
I think, like, it just attests to the fact that she an only child, so she ain't. I got two brothers and sisters,
I do not care.
Yeah, okay.
I do not. And did you see that?
He
was upset that I was fussing at you, and he was defending you. And then you just rolled your eyes.
Sorry,
He
that
being
was
sweet
that
and
was
you
a
continuing
reflex.
to be. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
A reflex. Isn't that awful that a reflex that you have is to roll your eyes at a man that's defending you?
Yes,
that
Judge.
speaks volumes, and none of them are good. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right, you said you're done, but you got a good guy here. Can you make this work?
I'm going to take some of the judge's advice and, ride home with it and see how I feel.
And what about you? I mean, are you running out of patience? You think you can give, her some time?
I've been willing to give her a chance. It's just, we got things about both of us that we need to take care of, and then from there, we can make it rock.
Judge, today's case is Spitfire.
Babies having babies. I don't even have anything new to say other than, here we go again.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Omar Alston and Carolina Bermudez. The two of you have been together for 3 years, engaged for 4 months. You have one child together that's 11 months old. Mr. Alston, you are seeking $800 for a 60-inch TV that she broke, and we'll talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Mr. Alston, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, Your Honor, we're here today because I'm a military man, okay?
Okay.
And I have this hot-headed Latina right here, and she does not let me do what I like. She controls the relationship, and she doesn't let me feel like myself.
Okay.
So let me give you an example. She has an attitude problem, okay?
Right.
And every time we have a conversation, her attitude is, and gets right off the bat. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna just talk to you. It can't be a normal conversation.
It's not a proportional response.
Correct.
It's always elevated.
Correct, it's always elevated. So I would be like, hey, can you change the diaper? Why do I always have to change the diaper? For our son. It's always a issue with her when I ask her to do something for me, and I just don't get it. And another thing is we have cultural differences. She's, once again, like I said, Latina. And from her culture, the men are never in charge. It's always the woman has a say-so in everything. And, well, that's what it seems like in our relationship.
I heard the opposite. I mean, I'm not trying to just say, oh, all Latinas and Latinos are this, but that's not what I heard. But anyway.
Well, this one right here.
This one is.
This one is, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always, she has to take charge in everything. So we would have a situation where we're out with my family, and we would just sit down, and she would take charge in where we can go or what we do with each other, and it's just not,
Right. All right, now, Ms. Bermudez, you heard what he said. Can you respond to his concerns?
Well, I am very hot-headed. I'm Cuban, Puerto Rican. I'm very Hispanic, so I did grow up in a family.
I'm very Hispanic.
I'm like, I will come out with my attitude. I am loud, like, yeah, he's not used to that, and I kind of warned him in the beginning. I was like, just so you know, I am not the typical female you're used to dating. I'm loud, I got attitude, I'm very aggressive, but I am loving at the same time, and it is right. I grew up in a single-family home full of nothing but Cuban women, so we are loud.
So strong, assertive women that were in charge, and you continue on that tradition.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're independent. We paint our own houses. We do everything on our own. So
let me ask you this question: Do you see his point of view about how you respond in a heightened level to any disagreement? Do you see how that could be off-putting to somebody else?
I do. It's just with him, I had to come across aggressive because he will talk my ears off for hours and hours and hours to the point that I can't even get my point across until he's done. And it gets annoying because I can't cut him off. Like, if he says one thing, for example, he talks about my attitude, he didn't like how I was acting this one day, I would try to cut him off. He's like, no, you're gonna wait and listen to what I have to say, and then you can tell me what you feel about it. But right now, I'm going to be talking, and you need to hear me out. And that's when I start.
Do you see the irony in what you just told me? When I come to cut him off, he won't let me. Cutting him off is the problem.
Yeah.
Did you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just I feel like I had to, like, say, like, what I feel at the moment. If not, I'm gonna forget.
And he feels like he has to say what he has to say at the moment. Do you see the problem there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you say is the main problem in your relationship? What's the sticking point for you?
It's just the communication problems that we have. It's mainly communication, because I get very hot-headed. He gets hot-headed, so we kind of clash when it comes to that, because I like to get my point across, and I yell a lot, and he doesn't like that. He likes to get his point across, and he's, like, very low and mellow with it, and he doesn't really like the aggression and how I come across, like, loud and stuff.
I understand she breaks things.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about that.
So we got into an argument one day about our son, our baby shower. We found out she was pregnant, and we were planning our baby shower, and this is probably a couple of weeks into that. And we got into an argument saying that, you know, she noticed that my mom and I were planning more than her mom was included into it. So she was upset that we didn't really include her or her mother into most of the planning, and my mom's like a party planner. But she got upset, we were going back and forth, and she actually ended up grabbing a bamboo plant and throwing it across the room, and it like magically jumped off of the carpet and hit our TV and shattered our TV.
Okay. Now, I understand we have a tape from your mom about that.
Yes, we do.
So why don't you turn around and we can all take a look at it together.
They fight like, not Ike and Tina Turner. They fight like Ike and Ike. This one time, Omar, they had an argument, whatever it was about, but Omar decided to leave, and he decided to take the baby with him. And she got upset and sprayed bleach on him and threw his things out the window. And he called me while I was at work. So I had to talk him down, like, look, leave out the house. So he leaves out the house, but he has the baby. So now she's threatening to call the police and saying that he kidnapped the baby. You know he's not kidnapping the baby. You know he's not going anywhere. If he just needs the space, let him get away, let him get that space, because it could have got a lot worse. So get out of that situation at that time, let each other calm down. But then I also noticed that she won't let him leave. Even though you guys may not call the police, the neighbors may hear all of this screaming, yelling, the baby crying, the neighbors may call the police. Once the police is called, that's it.
But what caused such a disturbance about a baby shower? It's supposed to be a happy time. How'd y'all get to arguing about that?
If that very first time I had a miscarriage before, like, it was like the first time I found out I was pregnant before I had my son, and I ended up having a miscarriage. So it's just all that anger. Like, in the beginning, it's true, he was planning stuff with his mom. Like, I was only like probably 2-3 weeks pregnant. It was like really early. So talking about baby showers and planning all of this and trying to figure out where to have a baby shower, I kind of got annoyed.
Were you planning a baby shower before the woman was ready?
You can say so. My mom really did get excited about it, and like I said, it's her first grandchild, and
but it's your baby, and that's your woman, and you go to your mother and you tell her she's not comfortable with letting everybody about know the pregnancy. Put it on pause. And if you're not grown enough to handle your parents, you're not grown enough to become a parent. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's your first priority with that baby. She's not. I didn't tell nobody because you're scared in the beginning. You don't want to say and then explain to everybody that you lost it. You know, because that first 3 months, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? That's just old folk advice to you.
I'm the woman of the house. I don't believe in like the whole man in the house situation because I grew up with nothing but women around.
But when I am dominant, Your Honor, it's an issue.
Oh, you can't win. I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't win. Mr. Alston, I'm gonna switch gears here a little bit. Ms. Bermuda is bisexual.
Yes, she is.
And before she got with you, she's been with women for a considerable period of time. You think that, in part, is one of the reasons why she's so prone to wearing the man pants herself? Why don't you explain that to me?
I think so because when she told me about her bisexuality, she did say that she was more on the dominant side of that in the relationships that she had previously been in. And I get that she's been the dominant side, but it was 5 years before, you know, she was dating women. And then she comes to me, and I'm a man, obviously. So I don't feel like
So what does that mean? I'm a man, obviously. What does that mean?
Let me say that I'm different in the way that I want to be treated, in the way that I want to be talked to, and she just doesn't understand that. She talks to me and belittles me most of the time. She doesn't.
How is she supposed to talk to a man?
Well, that's what I want to know.
Let me give you this example.
Well, let's find out.
Like, please.
Let me give you this example, Your Honor. We were moving one time, and I had my friend over, and then I wanted something to be moved a certain way, and she didn't want that. So she just told me, like, you're being like a real female. I didn't sign up to date a female or this and that. I'm like...
Ms. Bermudez, did you take it there? I mean, I was all with you for a minute there, then he told me that, then now you're on the hot seat.
Like, with him being too soft, like, I don't like it when... Okay, let me see. He's just, like, he's kind of like a nerd in a way, like kind of... I kind of told him...
Nerds own the world now, I'm just letting you know. They own it.
Okay. I did tell him that he was kind of lame because I feel like he needs to match my personality more, but not think that he can take control of everything because I like to stand my ground. I like to be more in control, and he is right with that. But he's just a softie. A little bit too much of a softie for my liking.
So, you want to be the dominant one in the relationship, but you want to dominate a domineering guy as opposed to dominate a guy who's more rational? Is this what you're telling me?
Somewhat, in a way.
And that's why I don't get you.
Didn't what I just say sound ridiculous?
Yeah.
And I'm reflecting what you told me. I just put it in one sentence.
I like
Do you
to be
see
dominant.
where you might be mistaken somewhere in there?
I like to be dominant. Okay, I don't mind him being dominant, but I don't want him to be extremely dominant because I'm used to doing things on my own. Like, he can make certain decisions with stuff, but he needs to understand, like, the way I grew up, I'm the woman of the house. I don't believe in, like, the whole man in the house situation because I grew up with nothing but women around me.
But when I am dominant, Your Honor, it's an issue.
Oh, you can't win. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't win.
You're extreme with it. That's the problem. You're extreme with it. You overdo it.
She's not giving me any levels of what dominant or aggression or...
Oh, she don't know what she's talking about. She don't know what she wants.
That's why I'm always confused.
There's absolutely no confusion.
That's why I'm always confused.
You should be confused. It's confusing. I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute, try to get you straight. Holy cow. When you exercise the right to be hard-headed and failing to learn, you are taking your child's right to have a calm, rational, mature household in which to grow up. Now, on the sexual front, she says that in the beginning you said that she would be allowed to dabble with other women, but then you withdrew that permission because you weren't allowed to dabble with them. Tell me about it.
Okay, so yes, that did happen. There was a time where I said, like, you know, I will let you be comfortable and do what you, used to do, and you said you missed, the woman interaction.
Right.
I do not mind that. But there has to be some rules and stipulations to
I don't
that.
like rules.
So I said that, okay, that'll be okay. She only wanted to do it when I was away with the military, and I didn't feel comfortable with that just because, hey, I don't know what's going on.
But why you let me do it in the first place?
Exactly. I would rather be at least in the same area in the household.
He's telling you, but you're not listening. I know why he let you do it in the first place. I've known him 20 minutes. You've been with him for a couple of years, and you don't know because you don't listen.
It's just a simple fact.
That does not require a response.
Okay.
I just gave you a golden piece of information.
Okay, but how are you gonna tell me I can be with women, have fun with women, but I gotta be around, but then switch up, take it back because if he's gone, I can't have that female friend.
He just explained it to you.
But he comes back not that long ago and says, I'm gonna let you have your female friend even when I'm gone. Like, he switches up the story multiple times.
That was months later.
Like, I can, but I cannot at the same time.
Oh. $800. You want $800 for that TV she broke?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I get that. You ain't getting it because y'all gonna stay together, and I want you to stay together, and I'm gonna fight for you to stay together, starting right now. Ms. Bermudez. The reason it bothers me when young people, 23, 24, get together and have babies is because they're not mature enough not to get their way. They're not mature enough to know what it is they want. They not mature enough to know how not to get what you want for a little while so the marriage or the relationship or the child can get what they want, and then they get angry about the fact that they can't get what they want when they want it and how they want it. You need to grow up and become a grown woman. A grown woman, everybody in a relationship has to compromise. You want everything to be just exactly the way you want it all of the time. You have to adjust for the dude that you're with. You picked this brother. Now, you could have got some cat on the corner with his pants slung low, who would have been nasty and rude and had no nerd in him and been all hard, but you'd have been complaining. You guys would be on the floor punching and popping. What you got was a dude who has some respect for his... Hey, I am talking to you. Listen, I got 32 years worth of marital experience here. I've been married longer than you've been alive. You don't know what you're talking about. Ms. Bermudez, you can stay stupid as long as you want to. It's your right. It's your right not to learn anything. It's your right not to be any happier. It's your right not to have a good relationship with the father of your child. You have all of those rights. But let me tell you what you do when you exercise those rights. When you exercise the right to be hard-headed and failing to learn, you are taking your child's right to have a calm, rational, mature household in which to grow up. That you do not have a right to do. Oh, no. You don't have to talk anymore. Ms. Bermudez,
he's also cheated on me multiple times.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Okay.
Mr. Alston, I'm going to talk to you. First of all, don't have any more children with her. She's not... No, I'm serious. She's not ready. She's childish. And she's not looking to learn. And I think you're a good dude, and I think she's probably a very good woman, but I don't waste my breath with people who are not willing to learn. You're going to have to be uber mature. You're going to have to be mature enough for the both of you in order for your child to have a chance. And you're going to have to be adult. You're going to have to be grown. You're going to have to be solid. And you're gonna have to, whether you make it with her or not, you're gonna have to be cool. You just have to be very, very, and I think you can manage it. Don't go tit for tat because it's not going to do your kid any good. I don't see this relationship lasting. I really don't. If I was your mother, I'd be backing up a U-Haul to your house as we speak. But I'm not going to tell you to leave her because you got a kid together. But I'm telling you, you're going to have to be the mature one. You're going to have to be grown. You're going to have to step forward in calmness, in kindness, in maturity, and with as much support as you can from the people that love you in order to love her the way she needs to be loved. But please don't have any more children with her.
Thank you.
Please. You understand me?
I do.
Okay. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
He's not a saint. I know I'm not a saint, but I'm not an evil person either. So the simple fact that he does not want to say what he's also done wrong, just want to speak on me, makes me really look bad, and it pisses me off because I am a good person.
What can you work on?
There were some things left unsaid. She's correct about the cheating situation, and I've been working on it, and I've stopped doing everything. We both made promises, and we both have an understanding, and we just need to become better at that.
Judge, today's case is Fool Me Once.
They got together, they got married, then they got divorced, then they got back together, and now they're trying to get rid of each other once again. Let's see if I can stop the revolving door that's become this relationship.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Michelle Simmons and Quentin Knowlton, the two of you. Now, are you ready for this, Nick?
Let's hear it.
Been together for 11 years, married for 4 years, divorced for 2 years. Now they're back together again, trying to get rid of each other once more. Ms. Simmons, you are looking for $500 for the cost of repair of a vehicle. We will talk about that momentarily, but let me start with you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here today, Your Honors, because my ex-husband, Quentin, who is now my boyfriend, he's been doing a lot of lying, cheating, been doing a lot of just things that we talked about before we got back together that he said he wasn't going to do. He's been doing a lot of, for example, like I asked to use his phone. This was about a month ago. I asked could I use his phone to call one of my relatives. And a message came through from this girl saying that she enjoyed herself in the studio last night. So when I seen the message, I didn't go to him about the message right then. I waited for like a week because I knew that if I went to him, it was going to be, you know...
A thing.
Yeah, a big old chaos, and it probably would have been some other thing. So I waited. So next thing I know, I go to him, and I asked him about it. He says that I'm lying, I made up something, and all of that. So I was like, I didn't make up anything. I went into his phone, went through the messages, and I was able to show him. He says, oh, no, that was just one of the girls that liked it, some of my music, and she was just saying, but that's not what the message said. The message
What did the message say again?
The message said she enjoyed herself, Your Honor.
Well, wait a minute now. She enjoyed herself.
She enjoyed herself.
I enjoyed myself. It was a nice party.
No, this wasn't. This was enjoying herself with the kissy faces and all of that behind
There
it.
were emojis involved.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Knowlton, what is your response to that accusation?
She's right about what she's saying about the text message, and I corrected the female on that part about doing that because I let her know I was married. But she was saying she enjoyed herself. I don't know where the heart come from, but she would text everybody that was in there that night that she enjoyed herself at the studio that night.
Right,
So I don't know what.
So she was having a good time.
I don't know if she's
taking everybody.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me another story, because that one's a little light. That's a little light.
Then there was another one. My cousin, well, a relative of mine, called me and was like, a girl came to the studio, and he wanted to know, did I know this girl? Because she came to see him. So I was like, you know, tell me how she looked. So he was telling me how she looked, and I was like, that's the same girl from the text message, which I fronted him about. And he was like, yeah, she came up here or whatever to see him. So when he came home, I asked him about it, and he was like, no, that was my relative. She came up there to see me or whatever. I said, no, it wasn't. I said it was the same girl.
Who is Studio Girl?
The girl at the studio, okay, she, at the studio that I go to, is my first cousin. We do it together. And this is a female artist that he picked up. But due to the fact that I'm the goodest person in the studio, you know, she always took on to me. Because
you're a producer. You
I didn't
produce the music?
never tell her about that with my cousin or nothing like that. I never told her.
I never even heard none of his music.
I told her that the girl...
I never heard his music, so I don't know.
That's the problem.
Now, Mr. Nolan, are you a producer with no music?
No, ma'am, I'm an artist.
You're an artist?
I'm not a producer. Yes, ma'am, I do music in the studio, which reminds me of you always complaining about the studio, but you never take time to even come with me or go see what I'm doing, so how can you complain about anything?
Your Honor,
when you're
I can't go with you when you go
She's not a motivation. She's always...
Is she invited?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, Ms. Simmons, have you been invited to the studio and not gone?
He goes to the studio at 3 o'clock in the morning.
She's not a good motivator.
Your Honor, I have children that have to be home.
Ain't nobody want to motivate nobody at 3 o'clock in the morning.
But I've been to work and watch the kids while she do stuff. That's the only time I have, you know, to be able to do what I got to do. Yes, ma'am, because I work also.
So, Mr. Norton, why don't you tell me what your main complaint about Miss Simmons is?
For one thing, she a big exaggerator. She and the laziness. This what killing me. The controllingness and the laziness. Okay.
Lazy?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I'm not
I get
lazy.
up in the morning.
Hang on, let Mr. Norton talk.
I go to work. Okay, I work 12 hours.
Right.
And when I wake up, I'm a great observer. I look around the house, what on the floor and what ain't been did, the dishes right. So if I've been going to work 12 hours and I come home and the same stuff is still in the sink and the clothes ain't been, she says she white clothes and folding them, but my drawers still wrinkled. So how you watch it? They still down, you know.
Now, Miss Simmons, do you live, Mr.
I know drawers, Your Honor.
What?
He don't work enough.
He doesn't work enough to get his drawers ironed?
No, Your Honor, no, he don't.
See what I'm saying?
How much does one have to work to get your drawers ironed?
Your Honor, he said he worked 12 hours, and where is it working the 12 hours at?
Oh, man.
Well, do you work outside the home as well?
Well, right now, I
Look at that smile. First time she smiled all day.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, Your Honor, I do my cleaning service.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So he says you're cleaning everybody's house but your own.
Yours.
Is that what's happening?
No, that's not. I do clean up, Your Honor, and things like that. But when he comes home, he's so messy. He just puts his stuff anywhere, and that's what he do. But he's just lying right now. He's lying.
He's just straight out lying.
Yeah, he's lying to get his stuff out of it.
Lie down the truth.
You say she's so insecure.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me some things that she does that makes you believe she's insecure.
Michelle, this woman right here, she will lock me. When she be saying I'm at the studio, I come home, she'll talk to me through the screen.
And not let you in?
Yes, ma'am, for about 2 hours. And I'm like, well, you know, for me to get somewhere to stay, I gotta go way back across town, and she know that. So she'll make me sit out there like a limited child and to keep apologizing before she finally open the door. And ain't nobody even been at the studio but me and my cousin, so what are you so insecure about?
Miss Simmons, do you lock him out?
Yes, Your Honor, because he comes back like 5 in the morning, so now you need to go back to where you came from.
But if he left at 3, what else is there to do but come back at 5?
No, Your Honor, because I be feeling in my spirit and my heart that I know he be doing wrong, Your Honor. I know he do.
Are you feeling what's happening, or are you feeling what you're afraid of?
Yeah, but just be on a break, Your Honor.
I don't understand. Women be throwing a dude out, leave him out, won't let him in the door, block him on all their social media. Then he talks to another girl, and all of a sudden it's the big cheat.
No, it's not the big cheat. It's if you're gonna talk to another woman, don't come back to me. Leave me alone and let me go on. Here you go. I have proof, Your Honor.
What that is?
He's a manipulator and he's a liar.
There's a young lady's name here that says, "Oh, baby, how sweet." Mm-hmm. Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss.
And your response was, "Thank you."
See? Manipulator.
And then she says, "Sweet."
Your Honor, I have.
He's a liar.
Do you know? Let Nick show it to you. Do you know who she is? Don't say a name.
The same girl from the messages, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I know who this is.
Yes.
And I can explain, Your Honor.
Studio.
Okay.
During the times when we would say we was on and off during these 11 years.
Right.
We've been on and off, on and off. When sometime during the on and off time, we talking about 2 months. You know, we've been broke over 2 months. These text messages from Facebook.
But, okay.
Yes, ma'am. So, yes, you know.
You were flirting and stuff while
yes,
you were on.
But I wasn't messing with nobody. But it been 2 months. She won't answer my call.
Your Honor, he's
she won't answer my text message. I go knock on the door.
Do you go on breaks with him? I mean, you
we
lock
do
him
go
out of the
on
house.
breaks, but during those breaks, Your Honor, he's still like reaching out to me, telling me he loved me, he still want to be with me. So how are you reaching out and you and this other woman are talking if you still saying you want to be with me?
You're not responding.
Because you put him on a break.
No, he put himself on a break.
No, but you said we're on a break, right?
Yeah, but we on a break, Your Honor. I
don't understand. Women be throwing a dude out, leave him out, won't let him in the door, block him on all their social media. Then he talks to another girl, and all of a sudden it's the big cheat.
No, it's not the big cheat. It's if you're gonna talk to another woman, don't come back to me. Leave me alone and let me go on. You understand what I'm saying?
Do
it's
you
not
go
like
on
that
during a break? Do you chit-chat and whatnot during the break?
Well, I had a little friend, Your Honor.
She's smiling again.
I had a friend, Your Honor, but... well,
never play poker, Ms. Simmons, never.
Your Honor, I had a little friend, but it was because I was mad with him.
Now, Mr. Knowlton, you say she's got 5 baby daddies and that they pop up a lot when you're not around. Explain that to me.
It ain't all 5 of them, because some of them don't even stay in the same
in contact,
state.
okay.
But always the one guy that you just don't like.
Right.
And he one of the children, you know.
One of the daddies.
When we together, I don't see this man. I don't see no text messages. I don't hear from him. He don't never come around. But as soon as we take them breaks, he become a great asset to her phone and her house. And I just don't know why you don't talk to this man when I'm around and let him come around with his kids when I'm around. But when we break up and we get back together, you tell, well, you know, gay hoe. I didn't know the way you are with this.
Ms. Simmons, do you know which ex he's talking about?
No, Your Honor, I don't. But
you don't know?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Your baby daddy?
He's lying, Your Honor, because number one, he gives his baby mamas rides in my car. Okay? One of my relatives seen his baby mama in my car. So I called him and I asked him, I said, where you at? He said, oh, I'm giving my baby mama a ride home and my child. I said, why didn't you call and ask me? He said, I don't have to, but you're in my car. You in my car.
Do you, let me ask you a question, because, I mean, both of you have entanglements elsewhere. Does he really have to have your permission to use the car that you use together to take his kids somewhere, even if his mama's with him? You said her sex drive was too high.
I might be sitting down looking, you know, thinking about how I'm gonna get some money, you know, what I'm gonna do to get some money.
Right.
And she looking at me. I hit the wrong time.
What's wrong with that?
I still interact far as like parenting with my, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. You're an active father.
If I see him stuck at the store, you know, why I gotta call you and get permission? You know, that
but that's what couples do. They communicate with each other. Okay, I'm finna give my baby mama a ride.
You the truth.
So I would know. So if anybody in the street seen something and they try to, I already know.
I could have said
he didn't have respect for me to call me and ask
I am so glad I am old. I don't know what to do. When we dated, you called up on the phone, attached to the wall. Nobody's checking, there's nobody calling and blocking and all this guy. I don't know how you people do it. Money. I want to talk about money. He says he works 12-hour days, and you say you see nary a penny of that money. Explain that to me.
Yes, Shauna, I don't see any of that money because, if anything, I'm the one working, bringing the money in. I'm the one that just put us in the house we in. My car we driving, all of this. When he wants his beer and his cigarettes, I'm the one purchase all that. But then when the money gets low and all of that, he says I'm mismanaging money. How am I mismanaging money when I'm the one paying for everything? Because he's in the studio a lot. Let him tell it. He's in the studio. He's rapping. But like I said, I've never heard none of his music. Where am I going to hear your music?
Now, Mr. Knowlton, why don't you tell me, where is the money going and does she mismanage it?
Bills. You got bills.
Right.
And yes, I feel like she mismanaged it because I appreciate what you do, but I didn't ask you to buy no beer. I didn't ask you to buy.
Yes,
see,
you do.
You doing this stuff on your own. How have I asked you if I come home, it's already in the refrigerator? So I feel like my money, what I work for going to a bill, I don't know.
Does he pay the bills, the rent, the light, the cable, all that? Does he pay that?
No, I do, Your Honor.
Oh, my God.
But you say you only work occasionally. Where you getting all this money from?
No, I have family members that help me. And my baby's dads, they help.
They help.
See?
So what do you contribute to the household?
He ain't telling the truth.
Mr. Knowlton, what do you contribute financially to the household?
I help with the rent, like right now. I gotta pay the $600 on the rent. She had the money to get us in the house because guess what? I was coming back from one of those breaks.
Right.
So I helped them move back up here to where we are. I didn't have to do none of this stuff. It was a choice because I love her and I love the kids. So I did that. Now I'm getting back on my feet. You understand what I'm saying? I'm getting back on my feet and I'm helping her in every way I can. These guys ain't sending no money like that.
Now, Mr. Knowlton, you had a complaint that I rarely hear from dudes. You said her sex drive was too high.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Yes. Now, talk to me about that.
I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Once upon a time, it was the other way around.
Right.
So when we coming back again from a break, I feel like we got so much stuff piled up on us. I got a lot on my mind. Like, I'll give it to you, but you want it every day.
No, y'all, he be drinking.
She will stop. I might be sitting down looking, you know, thinking about how I'm gonna get some money, you know, what I'm gonna do to get some money.
Right.
And she looking at me. Looking up here. I went the wrong time.
What's wrong with that?
And she talking about her I like, babe, I can't do it right now. You know, I got a lot on my mind.
He did, and I kicked him out the house for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Because that was some more things playing into my mind.
I get it where she got the rest of the money from.
So because he didn't want to have sex, you think, well, maybe he's having sex with other people?
Because he never really want to have sex. When I want to have sex...
That's a lie, Your Honor.
No, he be too drunk to... And I know what the situation is, so that's what
that was no most vulnerable.
Because he too
That's
drunk.
way too much news. Way too much news. Way too much news.
That was no most
But he blames
vulnerable.
me for it and says that my sex drive. What
That
man
lie.
would not want his woman to have a high sex drive? I just don't understand.
When you always had a low one, why how it get so high so fast? That's what I don't understand. How it get so high?
Let me ask you, Miss Simmons, you want $500 from Mr. Knowlton for something about an ignition getting locked up on your Hyundai. Explain that to me.
Yes, he locked up my ignition on my Hyundai.
How do you do that?
I don't know. He pulled up in the driveway and then coming from getting some beer. And next thing I know, he was going back in the car to go somewhere in the car. The steering wheel was locked. So he said, I'm going to pay to get it fixed. He never paid to get it fixed.
God, we went on a break.
Mr. Knowlton, tell me about, is that the car? And that's the ignition that got,
Yes.
Did you ever get it unlocked? Did you?
Yes, I did. I had to pay for it, $500, Your Honor.
Do you have a receipt or something for that?
No, because I had it done in the streets.
Oh, it was like, one of them.
It went no $500.
Well, yeah, one of them self-help brothers out on the corner. I got Hey, you know, my husband and I, we had a self-help brother at one time. Mr. Knowlton, why don't you tell me what happened with respect to that car?
What happened with the truck was, her uncle got stuck in our yard in his truck in the mud. The grass real soft. So I called myself trying to pull him out with the truck. And I guess with me turning the wheel like this and that, the car was old anyway, but turning the wheel like this and turning the wheel like that, it finally locked what it was going on anyway. Okay, so I did tell her that I was gonna pay for it. I never signed an agreement, but I told her I was gonna pay for it. And she sent me on my merry way. Once again, we on a break. Okay, so I feel like I'm not...
Always break, as long as break, you got something to do with money.
Exactly.
Every time it's money.
Was he trying to help your relative out when he locked up the car?
He was, but the car was still drivable.
You should have paid for it.
Mr. Knowlton, I'm not gonna make you pay for anything.
Yeah, ma'am.
I think you pay every day.
Every day.
Oh my God.
I think you pay every day.
I do. I really do.
And I think you're paying for no reason. And let me tell you why. I think you two actually really love one another. I think you actually really care for one another. That's why you can't stay away from one another. But what your problem is you respond to anything that isn't perfect with a huge display. You can't resolve a problem when he's blocked or locked out or not with you. You resolve a problem by coming in-house together and speaking in a level tone of voice. You ever make any music?
Yeah, man, I got a lot of music. She need to respect it because they're gonna take it.
If I hear it, I believe everything, and I might even marry him.
She won't believe me until she see a check. You understand what I'm saying?
She can't hear a song?
Yeah, man.
I'm not asking you to do it now.
Oh, okay.
But she can't hear a song?
I got plenty of songs on my phone now.
Sing to her on your way home because there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so wonderful.
So Judge Lynn, she had a lot to say today. You know, she thinks you guys love each other. It's pretty obvious. You know, you can't get rid of each other here. All right, so what's next?
I don't know really what's next with me and him. I love him and I really want to be with him, but I got to trust him.
Do you think we can stop with this revolving door and really just kind of finally call it a day and...
Yes,
Hopefully.
I believe we can. We just need to sit down and really talk it out and, you know, get some things in order, get some things straight and, you know, keep going. That's it.
Can you maybe iron the guy's drawers a little bit? Or...
I will once I see his raps.
Yeah, maybe get cut down on the TVs.
I don't know about that because I love TV.
Judge, today's case is One More Chance.
Today, we're talking about a marriage unmanaged. Two people trying to get the big things done without understanding how to get the little things right.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Brianna Elliott and Todd Elliott. Mr. and Mrs. Elliott, the two of you have been married for 8 years, although you've been together for 12, and you have 2 children together, but you don't think you're going to make it. Mrs. Elliott, you are seeking reimbursements for, are you ready for this? Motorcycle lessons. That's a divorce court first. But anyway, I can't wait to hear about that. But before we do, Mrs. Elliott, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here in divorce court today?
Well, Mr. Elliott, a.k.a. Mr. Can't Get Right over here.
Can't get right?
No, he can't get right. He keeps cheating, and I'm to the point to where he's out of the room and he's about to be out of the house. And I really need your help today because I don't even know if it's worth saving anymore. Like,
now, are you for sure he's cheating or you just think he's cheating?
1,000% he's cheating.
You give me some stories that will convince me as well.
One story is I went to visit him at work, like surprise him, and I walk in and he's hugging a girl. And I'm like, she don't work here, who is this? So she's walking by me and I say really loud so she knows, like, who is this chick? And he's like, calm down, calm down. She's looking for a job here. I'm like, why is she hugging you for? Oh, she's just saying goodbye. I'm like, okay. So she worked across the way from him. And so I walk over there, I'm like, hi, I'm Todd's wife, and I just want to let you know I'm crazy. Just to put it out there. I had to do it. I had to let her know. And she's going to say with the attitude, well, we're friends. I'm like, I don't know about you. So that's one story.
Give me another.
Another one, it just happened. This girl, she wrote me on Instagram, and I have evidence.
Okay. Nick, could I say it, please?
So she wrote me on Instagram, and she said, me and Todd have been talking for less than a year. We had sex 5 times in his car. We went on each other, and I just wanted to let you know.
Oh, she got specific.
Yeah, she went all, I'm like, oh, when I read it, I was at work when I read it, and I started, like, shaking, like, freaking out. And I called him up, and I'm like, who is this girl that's writing me on Instagram? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. So I ended up leaving work early. Well, I got off early, but straight to his job. And I'm like, you know, what's going on? This girl's writing me. He's, like, denying it, but the evidence is right there.
It's right there. Mr. Elliott, have you been cheating on your wife? That's a yes. Yeah. So the question is, how often and for how long?
Well, it's been, well, usually when she catches me, or not like that.
Usually when she catches me.
When she sees, so it's usually like it's like a message or something like that because I try to, you know, fill voids and stuff like that. And I never physically, that was the first time I physically cheated on her, and it wasn't 5 times.
How
the
many
girl
times
was just trying to, huh?
How many times was it? Twice.
Twice.
But you talk to women regularly in a romantic fashion, even if you only cop into having sex with one twice.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
What void are you trying to fill?
Well, I'm gonna use like the time when, the time that she's talking about. We was just going through like not saying it's an excuse or anything like that, but we was going through a real bad time in our relationship. You know, it was just a lot of arguing. We couldn't get along. It was just a bunch of stuff going on. Like, we just couldn't get along basically.
Right.
And I just wanted to fill a void, I guess you want to say like, you know, because I wasn't feeling no affection because we was going through so much at that time. So I just thought that that would fill that void, you know, that need that I needed, you know, the affection and the, you know, the talking to.
Well, my understanding is, based on your paperwork, that you don't communicate well at all. So, Mrs. Elliott, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me what you believe your communication problems are and give me a couple of examples so I can see how the thing works.
I think that he says I take things the wrong way, but he says things messed up.
Give me an example.
So I just finished going to school for my associate, so I was thinking about going back for my bachelor's degree. And he's like, how long is that gonna take? And like discouraging me. I'm like, dang, you don't want me to get my bachelor's degree? And that's really.
Were you less than supportive when she said she wanted to get her bachelor's?
I wasn't trying to sound like that. I was just saying, do you think, because I've been supporting for a couple years, and it was getting kind of rough for us. So I was just like, do you think that you might want to get like a little part-time or something like that? And she took that like, I don't want you to go to school, just use what you got and just go to work and stuff like that. But I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying,
I was just
throwing
we have
out
this
stuff.
issue.
Yeah, I was just throwing out stuff, but she took it as I wasn't trying to be supportive or I wasn't being supportive. So I wasn't trying.
That wasn't your intent at all. You were just discussing the logistics of it.
Right. I was just saying like reality.
He just comes off so aggressive, like attitude. Like for example, I planned this family trip for me and the kids and him, had a great time, and we were gonna get some food. And I told him, call the place to order it to pick it up. And instead of calling, he's on the phone trying to order it. And when you're on the phone trying to order it, not everything pops up.
Yeah, you gotta scroll and all that.
And I wanted a specific meal.
Right.
And he was doing, I'm like, just call. And he blew up. He's like, never mind, I don't want to do this anymore. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like,
how did it go? How did it get like that? Mr. Elliott, do you recall that circumstance?
Yes.
How did it go left? Because it was just food.
Right. That's usually how, you know, stuff start. And I said, you feel some kind of way about me taking the phone in the shower, didn't you? But mind you, before this, I was like, oh, you know, you can come in the shower, you know, if you want to, you know, you try to...
Yeah, right, like, get something going. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you know, you can come in the shower, you know, I'll be waiting for you, you know, blah, blah, you know. Right. So I'm like, all right, cool. When she got the attitude about I didn't call, and we just kind of went back and forth, like, oh, just call. No, I'm gonna do it online. No, just call. Well, I'm gonna do it online. You know, so then it kind of escalated, and then she started going, you know, she started getting mad, and I'm like, and so it got loud. So I'm like, you know what? And then she started calling me names and, you know, all that kind of stuff.
Did you call the man names behind the manner in which you were going to order food?
Moron, use tape, why you being dumb? Like,
that,
you know, all that kind of
it
stuff.
already escalated. Like, he already, like, had an attitude with everyone in the car. And I said, just call. And then he's like, oh, I don't even want anything now. And
let me ask you a question, Mrs. Elliott. When you suggested that he ought call instead of doing it online, how did you run that by him? Did you say, why don't you just call? Or did you say, you know what, honey, it might be easier if we call?
I think it was in the middle of that.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, I didn't say, honey, just call. But I didn't say, why don't you just call? I said, why don't you just call? It's easier to, like, why don't you just call for? It's easier.
So I took that as like, why are you being stupid? Why you just don't call? And then, so when you do that,
stupid.
no, she didn't say stupid.
Let me tell you what people don't understand about having a conversation. It's all about tone and entry. You always come in light and like, hey, babe, you know what? Why don't we? Couldn't we? Especially if you're not getting along. My husband and I are the most, if you see us saying, hey, baby, please, thank you, so you know we're not getting along. Because we make, when you're not getting along, you be extra polite so you know that person isn't going to take you.
I have a great story.
Tell me about it.
About that. So, not too long, a couple days ago, I was gonna take a shower.
Yeah.
And I went in the shower, turned it on, but then I came back out because I was getting a little speaker, you know, whatever. You know, I wanted to listen to music.
Listen to music in the shower,
whatever. So I go and grab a speaker, and she said, what are you doing? And I said, oh, I'm grabbing a speaker. So it was like automatic. It was automatic attitude after that. And I was just like, what do you mean? Like, but I didn't, at the time, I didn't take it. Like, so I was like, I'm just grabbing a speaker. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed the speaker and I start, and I said, you know, is it okay if I, you know, because I know that you have to take the phone in the shower or in the bathroom, you know, and I know that that could be a problem, you know, especially with our background. So I wanted to make sure. I was like, is it okay if yeah, I know how you can get, I know how I can be. You know what I'm saying? So she said, I don't care what you do. Like that, but she didn't say it in an attitude way. She said it in a cool way. She was like, oh, I don't care. You know, she said it like that. So I get in the shower, and then I come out, and it was attitude, and I know, and I seen the attitude, and I was just like, what's wrong? Nothing. You know how, you know, nothing. You know, for a while, and then I'm like, just tell me what's wrong. I had to like kind of get it out of her, and I said, you feel some kind of way about me taking the phone in the shower, didn't you? But mind you, before this, I was like, oh, you know, you could come in the shower, you know, if you want to, you know, you try to, I was playing around trying to do the little thing. So I was like, oh, you know, you can come in the shower, you know, I'll be waiting for you, you know, blah, blah, you know. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Take your time. This is a terrible thing.
So I had a lot of, like, losses in my life, so it was hard for me to grieve. Like, I went through so much when I was young over the people that I did lose, that I didn't want to go through that again. So when that happened, I checked myself out.
There's a time that he was texting this girl but made it seem like I could trust him. He would leave his phone. But the whole time, he had like a secret text app on his phone. And he was right in front of me, though. Yeah, he was doing videos, sending videos to the girl when I'm in the same room. And I caught messages of her saying, like, oh, is your wife in the room with you? And he's sending her videos and stuff. Like, you can act so innocent, but you do everything.
But it's a ruse. It's not really true.
It's like,
when you a slick dude and you're doing wrong behind some slickness, you gonna slip on it yourself.
And
did you do all that with the text app? Did you do that?
I did do that.
Multiple times. Fake emails. He's done fake emails.
My defense to that it was a while ago when I was doing stuff like that, but now I'm on like a totally, and she'll tell you, like, I'm on a totally different thing now. Like, as far as my mindset and how I am, I'm totally not.
How long you been on this new thing?
I want to say over a year.
So he says. The girl just...
I got to tell you something, Mr. Elliott. Let me tell you something. If you beat somebody in the face for 8 days straight, on the 9th day, you can stop beating them, but they'll still be bleeding.
And that's...
Things have to take time to heal. So you have to own that extra level of suspicion that she has because she came by it legit. Why don't you tell me what happened with the baby?
We lost our son. I was 8 months pregnant.
So sorry.
Yeah, and
Oh.
Yeah, we had to...
Okay.
I wasn't when you eat, you have to do the kick counts. So we ate dinner together, and I was doing the kick counts, but he wasn't kicking. So I was like, what the heck? So we rushed to the hospital, and there wasn't a heartbeat. So, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So I felt like he wasn't really there for me because when we had to pick out our son's headstone, I was like, come on, we need to pick it out. We need to do like the letters, what we wanted to say on there and everything. And he didn't come with me. He said, oh, I have to go to the job fair. And I'm like, you can go to this job fair at any time. Like, this is our son. Like, we have to, you know what I mean? I just felt alone.
The hardest thing you would ever have to do, and he asked you to do it alone. Mr. Elliott, tell me your side.
So, I'm sorry.
Take your time. This is a terrible thing.
So, I had a lot of, like, losses in my life, you know, like, real important people to me when I was young. So it was hard for me to grieve. Like, I went through so much when I was young over the people that I did lose that I didn't want to go through that again. So when that happened, I checked myself out.
There's no right way to get this done because it's such a wrong thing to happen. You're just not supposed to bury your children. It's just, I can't get mad at anybody about how they responded. All I can ask is say this, Mr. Elliott. You don't have to do it right, but you do have to stay in the game.
You're right.
You know what I mean? You can be in the room rolling around on the floor, and I can't tell you did the wrong, because I ain't never buried a child and hope never to do so. But you gotta stay in the room. You gotta stay in the room. Even though it's hard, you gotta stay in the room. Because no matter what you're going through, she's going through it too. Plus, her hormones are off the chain. You've got to make a decision at some point, Mrs. Elliott,
right,
to be in the game or out of the game. And whatever decision you make, I can't fuss about. Do you see what I'm saying? But understand this, if you stay in the game, give him an opportunity to make you happy. Because there's no point in being, trust him until he can't be trusted anymore. Once he's not trustworthy anymore, then you walk away.
Right.
This is your last stand. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But give yourself an opportunity to be happy.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to say to you.
Okay.
The rest of it is me and you, Mr. Elliott. You've done long-term foundational damage to the mother of your children. And what you're doing now is saying, well, now I'm coming correct, and she's not responding appropriately. Mm-hmm. She is responding appropriately. She keeps getting sneak attacked, hurt by you over a long period of time. So you've got to pay for that with attention and the incorrect response and unhappy, and you have to stay silent. You can't get all in your feelings about the fact that she don't trust you. You bought that. You paid for it, and now you've got to suffer through it. And you have to stay strong. Don't get in, oh, now I'm not getting what I need, so text another girl. Men are always talking about women so emotional. Y'all just as emotional as we are. But you wrap it up in logic. Well, she didn't give me what I need for 3 Thursdays in a row, so I gotta go find somebody who can give me what you need. You need to suck up this pain that you caused her by ongoing, significant efforts in her direction without any thought of a positive response for a while. And you're gonna get your feelings hurt, you're gonna feel sad, and you're gonna feel she doesn't appreciate me. Suck it up. You bought it. She sucked it up for 12 years. You cannot get distressed in 12 months if you want it to work. You got kids that are 11 and 6. Everything you do to upset their mother upsets them. So you gotta be man enough to own what you did and keep coming. If you're not man enough to own what you did and keep coming correct, let her know and let her go. You understand what you understand? No matter what he does, you will be fine. You will be fine. You are beautiful, gorgeous, intelligent, well-spoken. I love myself some you.
Yeah. Thank you.
You want to give it an opportunity? Actually give it an opportunity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it won't crush you. Oh, I'm going to give you this one last chance, brother. And I'm going to trust you, and I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
But if something goes off, stay happy, but get gone. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so.
Judge Lynn spoke about the idea of giving him one more chance.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I'll try, but it's probably going to get hard to get over this last thing that he did.
The judge said it's time to come correct, man.
Yeah.
What are you going to do after leaving here?
I got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do, so I'm going to put in all the work I need to, and hopefully everything works out for the best.
I mean, Judge Lynn, she got on top of you a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was expecting it.
Yeah.
Cool.
We came ready?
I came ready. I came ready.
Judge, today's case is House Divided.
Relationships are hard enough without other baby mama drama. And with this couple, we are about to see just how difficult it can be.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We're here today with Laverne Pinnock and Julio Martinez. The two of you have been together for 5 years. You have no children together, but you do each have a child from previous relationships. Ms. Pinnock, you are suing Mr. Martinez for $1,300 for penalties incurred after having to break a lease on an apartment, and we will talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Ms. Pinnock, I will start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about this relationship and why we're here in court today?
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you a whole lot about this relationship, okay? Because I'm in a relationship with someone that is like showing me lack of affection. Like, I feel like I'm in a relationship by myself. Like, I mean, it's like being in a relationship with a ghost, like Casper the ghost. Like, you can't see them, but you feel them.
Right. Somewhere, but you can.
You know, and first, the biggest thing that has me here today is the fact that my car, my baby, was damaged behind me having to beef with his baby mom, getting an altercation with his baby mom. Now, I had to declass myself and physically, you know, put my hands on his baby mom, and that's something that I never wanted to do.
Now, Ms. Penix, you're gonna be in jail fooling around with that.
No, see,
with that.
Judge, that is not true at all. Judge.
No, yes, it is.
Let me
Exactly.
explain.
Let me tell you.
Let her finish her story, and then
Yes,
Mr.
okay. So it was
Martinez, I'll let you rebut.
It was a normal day. You know, us either having both kids, one kid, we're dropping one of the kids off, and his baby mom at this time is just all loud and doing the most. Wanting to text, wanting to call me, this and that. And any other time, I'm relaxed and I take control of the situation and bring it down, and it goes nowhere else. But on today, it was not today. It was not my day. And she wanted to do this and do that. So I said, okay, we can fight. Like, we can fight. We can fight. I mean,
we went from rational to a throwdown.
Like I said, she picked the wrong day. She picked the wrong day, okay?
Now, Mr. Martinez, tell me about your lady's relationship with your baby mother. Is it ongoing problems, or what's going on?
Well, I mean, it's getting there. We had a lot of issues before, but I mean, it's to the point to where we're like co-parenting now. But as far as that situation, I mean, I just felt like it was long overdue because, I mean, it was at what? I mean,
what had been happening, man? What had been happening, Mr. Martinez?
She always wanted to talk to her.
She meaning the baby mother's always wanted to talk to Ms. Penix?
Vern always wanted to talk to my baby mama.
Okay.
But I never allowed that to happen because I know the type of person she is, and I know how she gets at times. So at one point in time, I just said, forget it. I let them exchange numbers, I let them talk, and everything that I said was going to happen, happened. So...
What did they want to talk about? Did they both want to talk to each other?
I'm not sure. I guess that's just some. I guess it's some female things.
Yeah, don't do that because you
know
that sometimes I would have to take control of the situation, like with the baby mom, for instance. Like if we wanted to do something that weekend with both our kids are the same age.
Okay.
So I want to get them for the weekend or whatever. I want to talk to her because if I don't talk to her and tell her,
these are our plans.
Right,
this is what we're doing.
Plans. Put her on something nice. She needs 2 pair of underwear, not one. Those type of things, then it wouldn't happen. And when I would try to tell Julio, okay, these are the things she needs to know, he just like, okay, whatever. Like, and it gets to a point just like as a grown woman, we should be able to talk, especially after a year or two. We should be able to communicate with each other and say, be both in the kids' lives. Like,
let me ask you this. When you started seeing Mr. Martinez, was he still seeing his baby's mom, or what?
That's a good question.
How did the relationship start off?
That's a good question, Judge, because I will say...
Judge,
no.
it was never that.
Me and
my baby mama never had no relationship as far as that. But it was just one time where they had obviously was talking, and they started arguing, and when I went to go drop my daughter off or whatever, they was expecting a fight. So when I pulled up to the house...
And you don't know what they were talking about?
They were just going back and forth. It was just ongoing thing between them two, female things, I guess.
From the very beginning?
I'm not sure.
I mean, it would get down to little things like I would do her hair or something. She would go home, and then when she come back to the house, she would be like, oh, my mama said don't do this to my hair. And I'm like, what? Like,
Petty stuff.
Right, things like that. Or I put this on her, or for instance, she put clothes on her and bring her to the house, and we don't necessarily return them right then and there. Or vice versa. We put clothes on her to go home, and it might be something I bought, or something I want her to wear to something, and then we never see it again. So those type of things start to cause problems. And him not knowing how to communicate, because he doesn't know how to do it with me, he didn't know how to do it with her. So I thought maybe, like, okay, well, let me try to
bridge the gap, so we can get something done here without fight.
Right, and we did that for at least a couple years. This literally is probably mid-relationship.
Well, what started the
You know what? It was so many arguments. I don't even remember.
What happened was...
Oh, you remember now.
What happened was we had the kids for like the whole week.
Right.
So we were dropping the kids off. So we had went and dropped her son off. I went, and then I was basically texting my baby mama trying to see where she was at, if she could meet me and drop my daughter off. But she was just basically just giving me the rundown or whatever. So Laverne decided she was gonna send her a text. So I guess she texted her. Next thing you know, I get a phone call. Why does B do this? Why I'm gonna beat her ass and this and that.
That's right. Thanks for jogging my memory. Yes.
So by then, I'm just like, bump it. I'm gonna just let them fight. So we pull up to... So we pulled up to the house, and me not even knowing that they wasn't even there, I hopped out the car.
In my car.
I hopped out her car, and I was going to let my daughter out. So next thing you know, I turn around, I see a car flying past the driveway. Next thing you know, it's them. So my baby mama hops out the car, and they get the tumbling and rumbling, like, all over the ground.
So you knew it was gonna be a fight?
I already knew it was gonna be a fight. So when they was on the ground, I broke the fight up, I let them get up, and they started fighting again. So they started fighting again, and then by that time, I was just like, okay, kids out here, let me break the fight up or whatever. So I broke them up, told Vern to get in the car. I was getting in the car, and my baby mama's friend at the time had something smart to say, oh, why you letting them fight when your daughter out here and this and that? So you letting them fight too. You just pulled up and let her get out the car. So by then, he just started running off at the mouth. So I had to show him, like, I wasn't playing games.
What
like,
did you show him? So
did you end up fighting him?
I just want to know what you showed.
Let me finish. So let me show him, like, I'm not about playing games. So when I approached him, he didn't want to do that. He didn't want no problems, basically. So he would basically let my baby mama hold him back and this and that. So every time I jumped in the car, that's when he would try to get riled. He would try to get riled up and this and that. So I'm telling Vern, let's go. I can handle this another time. She jumping in and out the car, like, while I'm trying to drive off and stuff.
Because I didn't know whether to protect my baby.
So by then, we still there. So he done jumped on the car, done broke the window, done broke the mirror off the car, jumping on the hood and stuff. I tried to get out the car again, and it's the same stuff. So I'm just telling her, like, let's go. I'll handle this another time. And once she saw the name, that's when she just went ballistic. Like,
do you recall that incident?
I do, Judge.
Tell me your side of it.
Now, my side of it...
Everybody buckle up.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now we're years in, and we need to be doing things to show affection, to rekindle the relationship, okay?
And he's not?
No, ma'am. Okay? No, ma'am.
Let me ask Mr. Martinez, we're gonna give him a minute to warm up and get in this thing.
Okay.
Okay? Now, Mr. Martinez, she's claiming that you're not an affectionate, demonstrative guy. What do you have to say?
Well, honestly, I'm not, and that's a little bit of the way how I grew up. Like, growing up, I never had the love and affection that I feel like every kid needed. And so growing up, I never knew how
It's hard to show something you've never been shown.
Love or showing affection. Like, even now, I tell her, like, I need to do better as far as my daughter, too, because like, my daughter, she always want to be hugged up on me. I always want kisses and stuff like that. And it's just like, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying, go to your room, you can play, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just know I got to hug up on her, love up on her.
Absolutely.
So it's like, I was just trying to break the cycle. So it's like, I mean, it's just the way I was
break the cycle with me.
Now, I understand we have your sister here by Skype.
Yes, ma'am.
So I would like to talk to her, Ms. Lisa Marie Kelly. How are you?
Hi, Ms. Toler.
Hi, Ms. Kelly. What do you have to say about this relationship?
On behalf of this relationship, me and my family, we love Laverne. It's just a matter of two different personalities. Julio is more shy and reserved, the quiet type, and he's not very affectionate. And Laverne is the total opposite. She is outgoing, very social, loud, life of the party. And I just don't think Julio can handle a strong black woman. But regardless, once they break up, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter if they break up because they're still gonna be sleeping together. Like,
your sister just told it all. Ms. Kelly, thank you so much for your succinct but interesting commentary. Now, Mr. Martinez,
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you come back from that. Do you think ever that she's just too much? She's extra. She does the most. Do you seek her to calm down a little bit, or you just need to ratchet up your game?
Honestly, like I love her the way she is. Like I don't, like her personality, like her personality, like just everything about her. Like she's outgoing, she's outspoken. Like you know what I'm saying, she always got something to do with everything. So it's like I love that about her. I wouldn't want her to change anything about that. Like as far as me, I just think like I do need to show her more love and more affection and stuff like that. But I do feel like I have in certain situations. Like we went to the beach or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, we was out on the beach, and I just took a picture of her and I posted it to my social media, and it kind of started an argument because.
Is that the picture?
Yeah, that's the picture right there.
Why did it start an argument?
It started an argument because I posted it to my social media, and like females started commenting it, like writing me in it, and.
What were they saying?
They didn't. Honestly, it wasn't nothing. It was like, oh, that's beautiful. Where y'all at? So it's like, oh, nothing. We at the beach. So I guess when she went through my phone, well, she didn't even go through my phone. I was showing her something, and when I showed it, I guess she had wrote me back, and she saw the name, and once she saw the name, that's when she just went ballistics, like.
Do you recall that incident?
I do, Judge.
Tell me your side of it.
Now, my side of it...
Everybody buckle up.
Yes, okay?
Have you ever heard him or her say something inappropriate in the context of any one of these conversations?
I feel like I have.
You feel like you have. That means you know you haven't. You just got feelings about the fact that they're talking to one another.
The reason why we were at the beach, I was already in a bad headspace, and I just wanted to be with my boo and, you know, us do this thing together, okay? So we're at the beach, we're on the balcony, and he's trying to show me something. And yeah, exactly, the girl pops up. But it ain't just some girls commenting all this. It's the same girl that always is commenting his inbox, that's always asking him how he's doing, that's always going back and forth. Now, the only excuse I ever get is, oh, she got a boyfriend, too. I've been knowing her since. So, well, I'm confused on what that makes the difference of her. Y'all always communicating. They're always communicating, and it's so randomly. Like, I don't never really go through his phone. But when I do, it's always a conversation from this girl.
Have you ever heard him or her say something inappropriate in the context of any one of these conversations?
No, ma'am.
I feel like I have.
You feel like you have. That means you know you haven't. You just got feelings about the fact that they're talking to one another.
And the crazy thing when she saw it, I told her, I said, you could read my messages. I would tell her to screenshot our messages so she can see it, and she wasn't trying to hear it. She wasn't trying to hear nothing.
Now, I did that before, and that didn't work out right. They all be on his team. They gonna all say, ask him.
Yeah, well, I'm about to be on his team, too, so batten down the hatches, madame, because I'm about to talk to you. I like myself some Julio. I like you, too. I'm gonna fuss at you first, and then I'm gonna say something nice to him, then I'm gonna go. Girl X, whether or not she is trying to pluck your man from you, every time you have an argument about her with him, she wins. She scores a touchdown every time she causes drama between the two of you. So when you see her messages, you decide whether you're gonna let her win or if you're gonna win. Your relationship will win if you just like, oh, there she is again. I don't care if she's trying to get at him or not. He ain't interested in her. He interested in you. He sat up here and told us how interested he is in you. He loves everything about you, all loud and ratchet though you can be on occasion. He is about you. And you should love that, you should appreciate that, and you should love him. That's number one. Number two, don't let the little people bother you. And when I say the little people, I mean the baby mamas and the Twitter people and the Facebook people and all of those people ain't got no business in your relationship. Right. This relationship is about the two of you. You can discuss those people, but those people don't mean anything to you.
Right.
They never, ever should. Do the work with him. So whatever they do about him or to him won't change what you've got, because your thing is so strong. But if you allow every little person who wants to pull, plod, pluck, whatever they're trying to do, then you're weakening your relationship. So one day, one of them will be able to pull them off. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
It's the world and it's y'all. You got two people who are reasonable about their babies with other people. You don't get that all the time. You've got to, now you wouldn't beat the woman up outside the car. I cannot support that kind of behavior. Mr. Martinez, you are kind, you are loving, you are solid, you're a good dude. And the beautiful thing about you is you see what you didn't get, which was all that love and affection and the demonstration of it, and you know you need to do better. Yeah. You know you need to give more than you got, and you see it. And I'm just gonna put something extra on it so you can feel it. Your daughter will get that love and affection somewhere. Yes. Let that first dude be you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let that be daddy love. Let that be, you are my princess, you are my everything. Let that be you, because you don't want the first Tyrone to come along and she look for that affection from him. You make sure she feels like she's the most special thing in the world, and fake it till you feel it. Do you understand? Watch what she does and just do what she does. You know what I mean? Fake it until you feel it, because you got a wonderful thing going here. Wonderful thing going. You are beautiful as all get out.
Thank you.
Now keep them claws in. You understand that? Keep them claws in. There will be no recovery in this matter. Good luck to you, both of you.
So tell me how you're feeling after hearing what Judge Lynn had to say today.
I feel really good. I feel that maybe him hearing something like that I wanted to say, but hearing it from the judge, like, he might really hear it, and it might make this relationship actually work. What
about you? How you feeling?
I'm feeling actually pretty good. A lot of advice she gave me that I'm gonna take in with it. I think we actually learned a lot from this, and continue to try to work on our relationship.
You guys got a lot to look forward to. Judge, today's case is Unbreak My Heart.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not sure what you're about to see. All I know for sure is we are all in for one heck of a ride.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Michael Beaumier and Jolene Beaumier, the two of you. Are you ready, Nick?
I don't know.
They've been together 8 years.
Okay.
Married for 7 years. Okay. When they came here, we told them that they were actually divorced and didn't know it. They had filed for divorce 7 times and didn't know the last one went through. But when they came out here, we do our homework to figure out where you really are, and told you this morning you were actually divorced. Which was news to you.
Amen.
Yes. Wow. Be that as it may.
That's a first, I think.
Mr. Beaumier, you're seeking $150 from Mrs. Beaumier, and we will talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Mrs. Beaumier, I'm going to start with you. Tell me what happened.
I do not love him. I don't have any respect for him.
Wow.
I want to be sure this divorce is absolute. And I am just finished with him. And he's disrespectful, very disrespectful. He uses the N-word. Right?
Never.
Okay, today in the vehicle on the drive over here, right in front of the driver.
Never.
So he lies a lot also. That's a lie. He's disrespectful in the manner of, my mom passed away in 2017.
Yo.
She was my everything.
Right.
My best friend. He didn't stay for my eulogy. He left within 15 minutes. He didn't go to the dinner. He had the opportunity, because he knew I would be gone for the day, to cheat on me, and that is exactly what he did.
Mr. Beaumier, let me ask you this. Did you not come to the sermon and to the repast afterwards for our mother?
This is a simple story.
Okay.
I'm a 50-year-old man. I've been to 2 wakes of my life.
Right.
I went to this wake with my dad and a friend that was going to Texas. My dad has never met her mom.
Okay.
So we stayed there and listened to the pictures that her father had up on it. It was sad. It was sad.
Yeah.
And this guy was going to Texas, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, so he had to leave. I went and paid my respects in the line that I guess that's where you go through.
Right.
And I left. I didn't know the protocol to this type of...
You shouldn't have left my side for a month straight.
Your wife lost her mother.
Huh.
You hang with her. Huh. You just stay. You know what I mean? There's no protocol about that. That's just you stay with your woman.
Huh.
I mean, that's true.
I mean, wasn't she upset and crying and all that?
Well, I took care of my 98-year-old grandmother for 1.5 years, and my son was over there taking care of her, who didn't have a clue. And I was going to that situation. I messed up because my dad actually should have done it, because that's her only son. This is a big story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you.
But let's get to the real facts.
Well, what is the real factor?
My wife's a cheater. She's been a cheater since the day I met her.
I'm not a cheater. He's been cheating on me from day one. He told me the night that we got married, you just married someone so gay. Wow. Okay? And he said he's been cheating on me from day one.
Did you tell her that?
Yes.
Never.
He's a liar, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this dude called the hotel last night that she's cheating on me with.
I'm not cheating on you. We're divorced.
Last night.
Oh, you didn't know there was more to know. You didn't know till we told you this morning.
Last night, where she goes, she's playing, went to Georgia, she was loving me last night like you wouldn't believe. I made love to her last night. This lady's nuts. She's absolutely nuts.
He just wants to put that on camera so that my boyfriend would hear it.
You know what?
It's
This
a
is
lie.
ridiculous.
I never did.
You just called this other dude your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, her boyfriend.
But you didn't know that you were not married to him until we told you this morning.
We've never even lived in the same apartment longer than 3 weeks. When he does sleep over, all I hear is him moaning and groaning in ecstasy about sex that he's had, but me and him haven't had it for months. What are you moaning and groaning about?
Your Honor, I made love to her last night, but let me share something to you about something.
Pure gross ecstasy.
Let me share
He's
this to you
doing
about.
all them sounds.
I passed a lie detector test about cheating. All right?
With women.
Hold on. And so now she thinks I'm gay. Now she thinks I'm a gay dude.
Right.
Never ever do I ever want to sleep with a man.
He's not.
I love women. This is funny. It's not funny. It's sad. This is a sad day. My wife is going to be lost.
It's the happiest day of my life.
We'll see about that.
Let me ask you this. You wrote something in your paperwork other than the fact that you just now found out that you were divorced, which blew my mind.
She said
but you said, no. You said something really fascinating to me. You said he was the guy that you went to vent about your last marriage, and then one day you looked up and you were married to him.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Because he swept me off my feet acting like something that he's not. He pretended to be Father of the Year and, so nice and loving and kissing me and hugging me. But now it's, I'll dump you like a hot potato, shows off in front of his son, cuts me off if I'm talking, just treats me like dirt. It's not what I want. I'm so unhappy, Your Honor. I am so happy to hear that news I could cry.
Your Honor.
That's how happy I am that
Let me ask you a question. You told a story about coming home one day and her ex being on the bed. Tell me what happened.
That's a lie.
She wouldn't answer the door.
That's a lie.
She wouldn't answer the door.
Let him finish. Go ahead.
If she
What
wouldn't
happened?
answer the door, I'm not gonna. I went down to one place.
lie.
The first guy she cheated on with three different exes. All three of them. Okay?
Okay.
The first time I went down and got her out of the apartment, her mother said to me, "Do you love her?" I said, "Yeah." "Do you forgive her?" I said, "Yeah." "We'll move on." She said to me just the other day, "I cheated on you 10 times with that dude." 10 times. Never have I ever cheated on this woman, as Lord is my witness. Never.
Did you cheat on him 10 times with this one guy?
I've been seeing my ex-boyfriend
for a minute.
2 minutes after we got married.
That's a lie.
She's calling me like I'm deaf. She says, "You're old."
Who wants to be with someone that fakes it and says what all the time when they can hear you? He does it to antagonize me.
He fakes deafness?
Yeah, like he'll fake like over the phone. It's so annoying and frustrating. What? Look, I'm laughing. It's not funny.
Did either one of you ever give this a good, honest try?
Me.
Yeah, over and over, Your Honor.
You tell me
Where's
what
the
you
camera?
tried, then you tell me what you tried. Mr. Beaumier, tell me.
I mean, me. Last night she was on the plane. She said she was nauseous. I'm rubbing her temple. I felt bad for her. I never loved this woman. Nobody has ever loved her like me. Ever. I stand by my convictions. I'm a true man to this woman. She's done nothing but diss me, Your Honor, since the damn... She's calling me like I'm deaf. She says, "You're old."
Who wants to be with someone that fakes it and says what all the time when they can hear you? He does it to antagonize me.
He fakes deafness?
Yeah, like he'll fake like over the phone. It's so annoying and frustrating. What? Look, I'm laughing. It's not funny. I said, I feel
So
sorry.
he pretends he doesn't hear you.
I feel sorry for your next girlfriend that has to put up with this nonsense.
I love
he
my next
drinks,
girlfriend.
And he's annoying.
She's gonna be in heaven.
It'll be a man.
Do you have another girlfriend?
I never, no. I've never ever disrespected her, ever. Ever.
What is the most concrete evidence you have that he actually stepped out on you?
None.
The moaning and groaning dreams is my proof.
Well, tell me about that.
He'll be awake doing it.
Gently. Tell me that story. What do you mean? Does he call another woman's name during an intimate moment? What are we talking about?
Smiling and just in ecstasy.
Well, how do you know he's not dreaming about you?
Because we don't have intimacy like that.
I made love to her last night, Your Honor. I'll repeat that again.
You've told me a few times.
Maybe once.
I do know. You got some last night. I'm clear.
No, it's not about getting some. It's about what she wanted.
I know. And that happened, right, Mrs. Beaumier? That did happen.
I plead the fifth, but I want to talk about how disrespectful he is to my children. He'll drive by the school that she misses so badly on purpose just to make her feel bad. He'll drive by McDonald's knowing my 14-year-old loves McDonald's and say, "Oh, I was going to take you there." Then why didn't you?
Mr. Beaumier, is that
I just
accurate?
spent $50 at Taco Bell the other day for her and her family. I just bought a $300 phone for her daughter the other day because it got stolen.
He did. Fighting for me.
I've done nothing but take care of her.
That's why I ask that I would continue the spousal support because he has very much so been taking care of me, and I depend on it.
Now, you just called him every nasty name in the book.
He does only that. He's only financially, that's all he does. That's it. He's a walking ATM machine with no feelings.
Why do you say he has no feeling?
Because he doesn't. He does not. He lies. He said, "I never loved you. I don't love my son.
that's what you
I
said.
don't love my grandmother. I don't love anyone." He's a narcissistic person.
That's what she said. A narcissistic. I took care of my 98-year-old
And said,
grandmother
"I don't
for a
love
year
her.
and a
I
half.
don't love you.
So
I
she
don't
didn't
love
have to
my
live
son.
in a
I don't
nursing
love
home.
anybody."
Do you know what she's talking about? Those are some grand statements over there. Did you ever make any statement akin to "I don't love anybody"?
Never.
Why is it sad?
I'm gonna tell you why.
He
it's sad.
tries to make people
I want to know why it's sad.
It's sad because I've never loved anybody like I love this woman. Never. And this is a sad day in her life, not mine.
It's a sad day in my life.
It is a sad day.
I'm missing out, right?
You are missing out. I tell her she's beautiful, the most beautiful thing on the planet. And when she's down on herself, I mean, look at her. She is beautiful. Last night, she was I love you. She calls the dude and says, I'm in Georgia with me. She calls the guy she's cheating on me with and plays that song, Midnight Train to Georgia, about me. I mean, we're talking about nuts here. I've forgiven this woman for everything she's done to me. And
okay, he's a
Did you play Midnight Train to Georgia to the dude that you were cheating on him with before you made love to him?
You better believe it. Your Honor, wait a minute, hold on. Can I please just say this real quick?
Go ahead.
You know, my family, her family, her children, every single buddy on the planet knows that I don't cheat. Her father loves me. Her mother loved me. She knows I'm sarcastic. Yeah, I got that. So she takes my sarcasm as, like, real.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm a jokester.
When it's clear that you're being sarcastic.
Obviously. So, I mean, but she takes that. Like she's accused me of cheating so many times, Your Honor. I say, yeah, I cheat. I cheat. Every minute.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. You said he ruined Christmas. How did he ruin Christmas?
That was another one.
Here's a good one.
Okay, he gives me all the money for the Christmas gifts and everything, and he does this on a regular basis. He'll bring me food and leave for a couple of days. Like, he buys his way into my life.
Keep going,
and so
keep
Christmas, he'll buy all the gifts and everything, but he'll lay on the bed like a miserable Grinch trying to ruin everybody else's day.
So he's grinching on the couch.
Yes.
Is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
The couch you can't even get to.
Grinch
It's not
on
a
the
couch,
couch.
it's the bed. Huh?
How does one Grinch on the couch?
Just mad, like mean and ruining Christmas.
Do you know what she's talking about?
Your Honor, let me tell you something. You can't even get to the couch because it's so.
He said he don't like Christmas.
It looks like
But he bought all the presents.
I buy everything. I don't only buy everything, I cook everything, I clean everything. I mean, just the other day, I couldn't even get in the kitchen without cleaning it.
Does he cook and clean?
No, he hasn't cooked in
more
than 6 months.
I just cooked the other day. I made chicken parmesan.
You've had a boyfriend for a year.
Right, so I don't know what he's talking
Your
about.
Honor, I just made chicken parmesan. I just made chicken parmesan the other day. She said she loved it.
At your house, you cooked it good for you. It was yummy.
I gave it to you. I mean, are you serious? Oh, wow. Your Honor, this is a classic comedy show here.
I don't think it's funny at all.
And it's sad. You know why it's sad?
I don't think he's funny.
Why is it sad?
I'm gonna tell you why it's sad.
He tries to make people
I want to know why it's sad.
It's sad because I've never loved anybody like I love this woman. Never. And this is a sad day in her life, not mine.
How conceited can you be? It's a sad day in my life.
It is a sad day.
I'm missing out, right?
You are missing out.
I think you are, hon.
Okay. Now, Mr. Bormier, you're seeking $150 for a bus pass.
No. No, check this out. And this is when my wife admits the truth, is when she gets caught. So I'm going through my stuff, and I had 28 bus passes, $5 of it, and she took them. She took them all.
You take the man's bus
pass. And you know why she took them? She took them to go visit the dude in prison that she's cheating on me with.
Do you know, Your Honor, can I speak?
Did you take his bus pass?
Please.
Yes. I'm answer my question first, and you say
yeah, but it's not $150. Do you know how many bus passes that would be?
Okay. How many bus passes did you take?
$5 times 30 is $150.
So you think I took 30? You have 30 bus passes?
I had 30 bus passes.
How many bus passes do I want you to
tell me the number. I still had 2.
And I ripped them up.
And she ripped them up because she wanted them.
He wouldn't let me have them. I don't have a car. And he wouldn't give me 2 bus passes that are worth $6. I ripped them up. Then you don't have them either. You don't
So how many bus passes did you have?
I had 30 bus passes.
You had 30? Why you had 30 bus passes?
Because I'm a vet, and every time I went there, I said, can you give me a few more? And they would do it.
Oh, okay. So, Ms. Bormier, what were you dying to tell me?
They gave me 10 at a time.
You were going to tell me something. You don't remember, do you?
I'm to tell you that he will make me out to look like the big cheater, but in actuality...
You got a boyfriend!
3 of them!
No, Your Honor. But he told me to my face, I've been cheating on you from day one. What am I to do? Sit home and twiddle my thumbs waiting?
3 boyfriends. And when someone accuses you so many times, you should go do it. But I've never done it. And she cannot ever prove it.
Who do you hear on this Who do you hear accusing? Me or him?
I don't have to accuse it.
All
I got
you
facts.
hear is she's a cheater. She's a cheater.
You are
Did
a
you hear
cheater.
me say it? No, I'm not calling you a cheater. I know that you cheat on me.
She knows.
Because he makes the wrong noises when he sleeps.
He leaves in the middle of the night.
I leave.
The sounds. I don't need you. I'll drop you like a hot potato.
I got you. I understand.
And
I
shows
see
off in
clearly.
front of people.
I know what's happening. Let me tell you all about it, Mr. Bormier. I like you.
I like you too, I so like you.
Mrs. Bormier, I like you too.
Thank you.
As crazy as you are, and you're a little left of center over there. You know, but I see what he sees in you. You're exciting, you're fun, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Everything ain't going around all the way, but you're probably a very, very good time, Mr. Bormier. I think you love this woman with all the passion and your whole entirely, because ain't no way in the world you would stay with her if your heart was not so wound up, invested, and tested and rested in the vicissitudes of this woman's moods. Mrs. Bormier, I don't know how you get away with it.
He don't pick me first. My daughter was sick, so sick that she needed IV. Do you want to know what this man did? He said, that's not my problem. My son has my car. You find your own way to get your daughter to the
Well, you should have got your boyfriend to take you.
Right.
I want Your Honor. Your Honor. My son's girlfriend brought me.
Stop it. I believe everything you said. I believe everything. Because everything she said didn't make sense. Nothing that she said made sense.
It still doesn't at home.
Yeah, you know what? You didn't get much. You found out you were divorced today. I think it broke your heart a little bit. You know, but I believe everything you told me. I believe you had those 30 passes. I believe she told them up. $150 in favor of Mr. Bormier. It is so wonderful.
All right, I don't know whether to congratulate you or not, but we all just found out that you're officially divorced.
That's what I've been told.
All right, so is it time to move on, or will you fight to make this work?
I love the woman. We'll see what goes from there.
I mean, she's got the boyfriend, we know that. Is this worth fighting for?
Like I said, I love her, so I have to look into myself for some peace.
I'd rather just be friends.
Okay. But do you think you can move on and be financially stable? I mean, you told us all that he kind of helped you out.
He does, but that's okay. I'll be okay.
Well, you're seeing another man. You have a boyfriend, correct?
Yes.
So what's next with him? You guys?
One day at a time.
Judge, today's case is So I Creep.
I have two 23-year-olds before me today that have been together for 10 years, and I don't think they've had a peaceful day yet. Let's see what's keeping them together, or whether they should be together at all.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Alexis Smith and Ernest Darby. The two of you have been together for 10 years, engaged for 3 months, and you're only 23 years old, so you've been together forever. Ms. Smith, you have 2 children, but not with Mr. Darby.
No.
You are suing Mr. Darby for $1,000 because of a repossession of a car. We will talk about that momentarily. Before we do, Mr. Darby, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here today?
Honestly, Judge, I'm tired of her cheating. You know what I mean? Like, every other month, I catch her talking to different people, engaged in different conversations, you know what I'm saying, entertaining different ideas. You know
Give me
what I
some
mean?
examples.
Okay, just recently, 2 months ago, I caught her outside on the phone with her ex, right? And it wasn't really like, I couldn't really hear what the conversation was about. But when I went outside, I know she hung up the phone real quick, like hung up, like snapped the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, instantly, I'm like, what was that about? You know what I mean? Like, so I leave it alone or whatever, because I didn't really, you know, have too much to go off of. So I, 2 weeks went by, let it go, you know what I mean? Try to build more of something to go at her, to confront her with, you know what I mean? Like, and so 2 weeks went by, I go through her phone, something told me, like something in me, like just go through her phone, you know what I mean? Like, so I go through her phone, I grab the phone, I look at it. Scrolling through, the first thing I see is, oh, he's temporary. Yeah. So I click on the message, and when I thoroughly look through the inbox and the messages, she's like, oh yeah, he's temporary, I don't really want to be with him, I want to get back with you, we're going to get back together. You know what I mean? Like, Let him behold, lo and behold, she's telling me she loves me, we're gonna be together forever. You know what I mean? Blase, blase.
I see what you mean, Ms. Smith.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, were you texting an ex telling that ex that Mr. Darby was temporary?
Yes, and that's because he don't know how to treat me. So if I can't get no attention from him, I'm gonna go seek somewhere
What do you
else.
mean he doesn't know how to treat
That's
you?
great.
He don't know how to treat me like a woman. He thinks we're still kids.
Be specific for me. What acts does he perform or does not perform that you believe would make you feel like you've been treated appropriately?
First, there's no sex, and that's a big problem for me because, you know, I'm ready every day, and he's not.
Right.
So
Lies.
No
Lies.
sex. What else?
You know, he pushes me off of him at nighttime. He wakes up in the morning angry every morning. He wants to walk outside and go talk to his baby mama all day.
Lies. If you got
Well, what
woken
is he
up-
angry about? What do you argue about?
He thinks he takes care of my kids. You
I
know
do
what I
take
mean?
care of the kids. What do you mean?
Yeah.
That's what I do. It's my job. It's my responsibility. I take care of it
He
well.
helps me a lot with the kids, and he reminds me every day, and I just can't.
He helps you with kids that you had with another dude.
Exactly.
During your relationship, and you're mad because...
Well, because we have our trials and tribulations, but, you know, I did what I did, and there's nothing. If he wants to be with me, then he's going to be with me.
So you say, does he keep reminding you that you
Every
had
day.
kids with another person?
Yes, he
Do you
reminds
do that,
me.
Mr. Darby?
No, I don't.
Okay.
The only time I would ever do that is if she throws it in my face. Like, these aren't your kids to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, because I literally tell her, like, you need to discipline these kids better. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be on their head. And she's like, oh, you need to stop telling me what to do with my kids.
Right.
Oh, your kids.
Do you do that, Miss? That sounds like, yeah, you do that, don't you?
He thinks he's smarter than me, superior. And I am a woman. I had 2 kids, and I raised them all by myself. But yes, he helps me. But at the end of the day, if you're with me, he has to help me. What are you gonna do? You don't got a job.
Well, what does he do? Do you have a job?
No.
I don't have a job right now.
You say that he cheats on you too. You say he texts his ex and he posted some nonsense with another girl on Facebook. Tell me about that.
Lies.
Tell me.
I went through his phone, and one time I seen this on Facebook that the girl was like, oh, Ernie, are you gonna come over underneath a picture? And I seen it, so I was like, no, what is this? And he told me it was nothing. So I ignored it because, I'm his woman. I have to, he said it's a groupie, so.
What about when your ex commented on your picture?
Is it a groupie? You a singer or something?
No.
How you get groupies?
And I just
Your
don't
Honor,
understand why he want to talk about me cheating, but I clearly went through his phone, and he talks to his baby mama every morning, anytime, all day.
Regarding my
But I just don't understand, if you're here with me in a different state,
Regarding my
why do you
kid.
need...
Do you
Regarding
think
my
that
kid.
he should not be in contact
He
with...
should, but what...
I'm still
6 o'clock
talking,
in the
Miss
morning?
Smith.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you and I about to have a conversation. You don't think that he should be in contact with his baby's mother daily to know about his child? You really believe that's inappropriate?
You know what, Your Honor? He can talk to his baby mama or his child. I don't even care, because at this point, he talks to her regardless of the fact. I can't change that. And
But don't you believe he ought to? He's got a kid with her.
Thank you.
He's obligated.
At
Thank
6
you.
o'clock in the morning?
If
I don't.
something happens-
Kids get up when they get up. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Ain't neither one of you got a job. What you sleeping for?
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's the
What is
complaint?
he interrupting?
He's interrupting my sleep.
Pardon?
My sleep. At 6 o'clock in the
Miss
morning.
Smith.
You're asleep.
You and I aren't gonna get along at all.
And I pay my bills. And can he pay my bills?
No, the government pays your bills, and I pay the government so they can pay your bills for you. Remember that. You You say he's terrible with finances. Explain that to me.
Well, you know, he has not had a job. I am the provider right now.
I just had a job.
How do you provide if you don't have a job?
I'm in college, and, you know, I get settlements. So
You get settlements?
Yes.
Now, are we talking grants, loans, or settlements unrelated to college? Quit playing with that hair.
That's all she cared about. That's all she cared about is the hair. That's it. The hair, makeup, nails, that's it.
Rehabilitate yourself, Miss Smith. I want to like everybody, and I'm trying to like you, but you're making it hard. So where do you get settlements from?
Well, you know.
If you don't leave that hair
on. Okay.
I told you.
Basically,
that's it. The hair. That's all she cared about.
I get paid through, you know, government grants. So, and that's every month. And I pay my bills. And can he pay my bills?
No, the government pays your bills, and I pay the government so they can pay your bills for you. Remember that. Uncle Sam gets a good taste of my check, and some of it's going to you. You have your aunt on Skype. Hello, how are you, Ms. Russell?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Tell me what's going on at your house.
Oh my God, I didn't expect it to be like this. I really love my niece a lot. It's been just nothing but chaos. I just had a baby a month ago. And it's just been really hard for me to focus on what I need to do. All they do is argue.
Okay.
They fight about everything.
Let me ask you this. How are they with the kids? And are they good house gets? Do they keep things clean? And are they looking for work?
Oh, well, you know what? That was a lie. I was told that right at the gate when Ernie get down here that he was going to start looking for work. He has not been looking for any type of job. All he's doing is focused on her, following her around. She leaves when they go into heated arguments. The baby's in here screaming and hollering. My little niece is, you know, there's a toddler here along with a newborn that they got. And the kids are just completely out of control when they're acting like that. Their parenting skills are very poor. And I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna see if I can help them get involved in some type of parenting class, but it's way too much. And I don't know how much more I can take of this. Since they've been gone, it's been kind of peaceful here. Oh my God, can you keep them longer, Judge? Your Honor. They are a mess.
Ms. Russell, thank you so much for your third party's perspective, and thank you for keeping these two off the street. That takes you out of the good mommy category.
But I come right back. I would never stay away from my kids for too long.
How long is too long?
A day.
What do you have to say about what Ms. Russell had to say? Was it an accurate depiction of what's going on in her house? And take a step back and look at it objectively. Is she right about some of those things?
As far as her storming off when she gets mad and leaving the kid, yes. But if you expect me to help you take care of your kids, when you get mad and you storm off, but you're cursing me out, you know what I mean? But you want me to stay and help you with your kids? No, you're not just gonna storm off and walk down the street and cool yourself. I need to leave. These are your kids. And at the end of the day, these are your responsibility. She always throwing it in my face. These are my kids. So these are your responsibility. You know what I mean?
I'm a good parent. Everybody, you know, they got their opinions, but I know that I take care of my kids.
Do you storm off and leave the kids in the care of others when you get angry?
You know, if I get...
That takes you out of the good mommy category.
But I come right back. I would never stay away from my kids for too long.
How long is too long?
A day.
You stay away from your 4-month-old for a day?
Well, that's my 4-month-old, but you know.
Yeah, when she there, she don't clean either. Don't clean nothing.
Oh,
I'm cleaning
Ms. Smith. Who do you expect to look after those people when you're gone for a day?
My husband or my boyfriend.
He's not your husband.
My significant.
That's his job, to take care of a baby that you had with another guy while you were on a break from him. That's his gig.
Well, you know what, Your Honor? I got him a whole interview for a job. And they was finna pay him once a week, hired on the spot. So I go, okay. I go get him an outfit from the Goodwill, you know, because it was quick. We needed it now.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
You know what I mean? I just got a shirt.
It's a lot wrong.
Just
with
wear it.
that.
You know what I mean?
Hey, if you can't afford your own clothes, Goodwill is just fine. It's just fine. If it's something that helps you get a job, you're not too good for it. You're not too good for it.
He did not go to the interview.
Why didn't you go to the interview,
Mr.
Mr. Darby?
First reason being the clothes. You know what I mean? Like the clothes she picked out, where I didn't feel like I could even get a job in the clothes. I didn't feel like the role. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, the job.
Well, you
that she
know
chose,
you're not going to get the job if you don't go at all.
True.
You know go and find out if the clothes aren't good. That doesn't matter. And I'm going to tell you something. If I'm an employer and you show up in a jacked up shirt and say, you know what? I know this shirt is jacked up, but I went to the Goodwill to get this, to get in here.
Exactly.
I want this
Exactly.
job.
Take some knowledge.
Tell me about the repossession. How did the car get repossessed?
Well, you know, he decides to leave the garage door open.
I left the garage door open, but the car got repossessed because she didn't pay. How wrong does that sound? How wrong does that sound?
You know what?
She didn't pay the car
He
note.
knows that.
So how am I in the wrong for that?
Was it the car in your name?
Yes.
It's her car.
And was the car? Me pay for my bills.
Were the car got repossessed because you were behind on your note?
Yeah, I was behind on
the
payments.
car note. So
But-
it's his responsibility?
Yes, because he was supposed to give me that $100, and he couldn't give it to me, so I just stopped paying it altogether.
Well, that's a decision you made.
Yeah.
Because
That's
if I
not on
went
me.
back, too many payments back, they want a whole fee, a settlement fee.
I got you. Let me say this. And don't say anything else.
Take some notes.
You two need to grow the hell up. You are taking our community down at the knees by behaving like you're in high school while you're parents to children. A break is not the time to go lay down with some other dude with unprotected sex and just have a baby. Not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use birth control like your life depends on it, because it does depend on it. You should use birth control with him and with whatever dude you scatter off with when you're on a break. That's number one. Number two, if you really want to have a relationship, there's no having breaks within the context of the relationship. Anger should be upset. Discord, disagreements should be met with calm and a conversation, not broken windows, slammed doors, or any of the or off with somebody else. If you're not an adult, you cannot conduct an adult relationship, and neither one of you are an adult. You're in somebody else's house, causing chaos in their crib. You got to pull yourselves together. Nobody owes you anything. That woman's gonna have trouble with her man and her kids because the two of you aren't grown enough to behave like you're somebody. Don't walk off and leave your children no place. You get angry, you sit down. If you raise your children in a tornado, their minds will be scrambled. Absolutely, unequivocally, they will be emotionally incapable of doing anything. They will never obey you, they will never do the right thing, and they will never get out of your house. Ever, 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 ever. You should take some of that time that you spend playing with that hair that's not even yours.
Whatever.
Seriously, and be concerned about the health and the welfare of your children. You do not have the right to crack the foundation of their existence by living in the manner in which you live, and the same thing goes for you.
Say that.
If you're gonna stay in the house, if you're gonna be a man, you need to bring home money too. I'm just saying, but I didn't like the Goodwill shirt I was going to the interview in. How arrogant is that? When y'all living off the government's money, we tired of paying for that. Not my child. But you acting like it's everybody else's job. You blame each other for everything when all of you have a full bucket of errors that you're making that you need to take responsibility for. Grow up, take responsibility for what. You don't have enough time to point at what he's doing wrong because you're doing so much wrong. You don't have enough time to point at what she's doing wrong because you're doing so much wrong. Do you understand that? Children are as crazy as you make them. And God help your kiddies. Yeah. God help them. I honor the fact that you remain in contact with the mother of your child, and I will ask you to continue to do so. And I will ask you not to take another child's father out of their life because you're too insecure to let him talk to their mother. He has an obligation to that child to be in his life. And I know you feel bad, and I'm sorry, but you ought to. When you behave badly, you should feel bad. And because I want better for you. I want better for you. If I didn't love you, I'd let you run around doing exactly what you're doing. I love you, and now I'm leaving. This matter is adjourned.